Let's get into this, people. Last minute stream today. You got to give me the credit. Last minute stream today. The king is back. Big track meet on. Starting right now, actually. 10 minutes till our first event we're going to watch. Let's lock in. What's going on, Sophie Skinner? All hail the king, baby. Lock in, people. Lock in, people. What's going on, people? What's going on, Joseph, Neverland, Leslie, D Nice, Salmon Go Mary. All hail the king. All hail the king, people. All hail the king. First event coming up soon. First event coming up soon. We'll let the intro music play out, but I'll get into this quick. Last minute stream, people. I was so busy all day. 16-mile long run today. W outfit. W outfit for the stream, people. Sub from New Zealand. Cut grew in nice. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What's going on, Mr. Case Reviewers, aka Nick Wareham? Big stream tonight, people. College DMR going off in 5 minutes. I'll be reacting to that live. I'll give you guys the lay of the land in a second. As people come in, I'll give you guys the lay of the land because we got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on in the stream. Parsons is not the king of Boulder. I am. I mean, come on. The stream is not free, but I'm going to commentate over it. All right. Done with the music. Let's just, okay, I got to jump into this quick, people. I was not planning on streaming today, but I did have the time last second. I did my long run this morning, 16-miler with my friend Kevin, and then after that we went to our wedding venue all day just to check it out, and just got home like 20 minutes ago. But I saw that there's this big meet on the Saucony Battle for Boston at BU today, so I figured let's just commentate over this thing. Let's have some fun. So that is exactly what we're doing. Let me jump right into what is going on, though, just to give you guys some context. So if you guys are tuning in right now, context right here, I'm gonna pull this up. Okay, so we're about to watch a college DMR, right? I ran in college. I was always on the DMR, right? So if you can see, this is the current on TFRS, which is the official website you want to go on for the top 12 teams in the country, or like the list of the top. Right now, the 12th fastest team is Ole Miss. They've run 924.16, right? 924.16. So we're about to have a DMR go off in the next 5 minutes or so at Boston University. I'll be commentating over that race live. It's the best teams in college, and basically they are going to be trying to get a top 12 spot to go to indoor NCAA nationals. So yes, that is exactly what we're about to watch. But if that's enough, do you guys have questions about this DMR? I'll let you guys know the teams in this DMR coming up in the next 5 minutes. We've got, in the men's DMR section 2, they're going to pace it fast. We've got Virginia, Georgetown, my alma mater, Virginia Tech, Kansas, Wingate, Stanford, and Arizona. So a lot of really good teams in this. I mean, I see Georgetown, Virginia, Virginia Tech, and Stanford. This is going to be a banger race. So it's going off soon. I've got the stream up on my computer. You guys can't see it though, obviously. So yeah, that's what we're about to watch right now. So yeah, let's lock in for that. I'll answer some questions while what's going on. What's going on, Skippy? You should shave your head. I mean, I don't know. The head's already pretty shaved, but guys, I'm a little worried. Am I balding? Let's just answer it cleanly. Am I balding or not? Because I'm a little worried here. That it's not coming back. It's not coming back, and it's very concerning to me. But okay, I'm going to put this up on screen right here. College men's DMR. We've got a couple of minutes. Starts in 5 minutes. Also, let me give you guys the rundown of this meet. So we've got the men's DMR coming up soon, and then we have a women's DMR right after that. And then we have a professional women's 1K, which is going to be set pretty fast. And then we have a men's 1500 meter professional race. Wes Porter's in that race. He has run 350 this year. Abel Tefra, Hoka athlete, who was the indoor NCAA champion at Georgetown last year. We have a couple Under Armour athletes in that men's 15 coming up in a couple minutes as well. We also have a women's 800 coming up in a little bit, a bunch of pro women in this 800. So that's going to be great. A lot of good races there. But then the tasty stuff happens later. We also have a men's 800, which is looking pretty decent. There's 4 heats of the women's and 4 heats of the men's, or 3 heats of the women's, 4 heats of the men's. Later on this evening, we've got a women's 4, a men's 4. Those are going to go quick. It's just 1 or 2 heats per. And then we have a women's pro mile. Helen Schlachtenhofen, Rachel MacArthur, who else? A couple other pretty good people. Maya Cochran, Vanessa Frazier. And then we've got a men's mile later on. So this is a stacked meet. We got Sam Ellis later, Casey Nevillebard, Waleed Suleiman, Joe Wascom, Jack Ansey, Sam Gilman. Then the big one for later on tonight is the men's 5K. We got Parker Wolf trying to break 13 in the 5K. Is he going to get it done? Is Parker Wolf going to break 13 in the 5K? That's coming up in about 2 hours from now. And then we have a women's 3K, a pro 3K. And then to cap it off, in about 2.5 hours from now, we're going to be watching a men's 3K with the young lad, Sam Ruthe, who is the 16-year-old phenom from New Zealand. So we're going to see what he can run in that 3K. So we've got about 2.5 hours of pretty good track stuff going on. I'm going to tune in right now to make sure that this race is about to go off. But yes, this, for people who are just coming in right now, the men's DMR is first. It's a college race, and basically they are trying to run faster than 924. So each team, currently the cutoff to make NCAAs in the DMR is 924.16. So the team who's going to win it is going to, they're going to be trying to run fast. That's very fast. So, all right, I've done a lot of yapping. Let me take a look here though at the chat real quick before this DMR starts. I'll probably pull that up on my screen right now. Yeah, it's still, is this live? Let me make sure this is live. I don't want to miss this. Do not want to miss this. Oh, dude, FlowTrack is just so annoying. Here, let me click live. Okay, cool. Men's DMR is about to start soon. Looks like we also have Oregon in this DMR as well, which is really impressive. So this is gonna be a stacked DMR. Stacked DMR. Oh shoot, did my freaking camera just freeze? Oh no, this is just a disaster, folks. This is just a disaster. Okay, of course this happens right now. You guys can still hear me though. Okay, this men's DMR just went off, but let me quickly try to fix this camera. All right, let's see this. Camera's busted. Wait, can you guys even hear me? That's the question. No, you guys can. You guys can. Let me deactivate the camera and try to reactivate it. Okay. 1 second, folks. 1 second. All right, I think we're back. I think we're back. Think we are back. Okay, we're back. We good? Okay. All right, sorry about that shaky start, people. Sorry about that shaky start, but men's college DMR is going on right now. And right now we missed, okay, the 1200 leg is currently going off in the men's DMR. I'll try my best to just lock in on this, but as long as you guys are good. Is there a bad echo? Let me put these headphones on just to make sure. I think you guys can hear me just fine. We're good. It's off. Is the audio off? No audio. Holy. Can you guys can't hear me? What about now? Can you guys hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good, people. We're good. Okay. Men's DMR, the 1200 leg just handed off to the 4 leg. 248 split for the 1200 leg for Oregon. Oregon has the stick in the lead right now on the 4 leg. They're looking for faster than 924 in this. We've got Virginia Tech and Virginia in second and third, but right now Oregon is destroying the field. Simeon Birnbaum just split a 247 high on the 1200 leg. That is ridiculously fast for Simeon Birnbaum. So Simeon Birnbaum, if you guys know who that kid is, he's the stud. He runs for Oregon. He's got the glasses on. He kind of has those like funny Hardo glasses on that he wears. But he just handed off to the 4 leg. They're going to be handing off soon to the 800 leg. But yes, currently we got Oregon, Virginia Tech, Virginia, and then a little bit further back we got Stanford, and then way further back the other teams. But now the third leg has just taken the stick for Oregon. It's their 800 leg, but it looks like Virginia Tech and Virginia are closing the gap. So it's a 3-man race right now between these 3 teams. These teams are all trying to run faster than 924 to qualify for the NCAA championships. This is probably one of the last DMRs that is going to happen before the NCAA closing or window is closed. So this is pretty much do or die for these teams. If they don't get this time this week, then they've got a shot next week to run 924. But right now, as we are continuing with this, the 800 leg is coming up 400 in, and the Virginia Tech team is, sitting right behind Oregon, and then Virginia is lagging a little bit back. So they're all looking pretty strong. But it looks like the Virginia Tech athlete is chomping at the bit a little bit, like he wants to pass the Oregon athlete. So we might see a pass. We are going to see a pass right here. But yeah, it looks like Virginia Tech and Oregon are starting to lengthen out their lead on the Virginia athlete. And then there's no one really close in 4th place right now. But we got about 200 more for this Virginia Tech athlete. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a split on this, but he looks like he's moving pretty fast, and Oregon is tucked right in behind. So once we get this handoff, I'll tell you guys exactly what these mile legs, these 1600 legs, are going to need to qualify for the NCAA meet for their team. So it seems like these teams are flying, though, but they're going to need to run sub 4 on this anchor leg for sure. Okay, Virginia Tech hands off in first in 5:21.7, and yeah, we got them, and then Oregon right behind. So 5:21.7. Let's do some quick math. They're going to need to run a 3:54.15. No, they're going to need to run a 3:53 1500 to make this to run 914. They're going to need to run very, very fast. So this is going to be very close. And I don't know. It seems like no other team has a shot. I will say Gary Martin right now is right into 3rd place, and he is about to catch up to the 2 athletes up front. So if Gary Martin can catch up, then I feel like he might be the athlete to beat in this, because he's, I think, run 3:48 in the full mile. So I'd put my money on Gary Martin, but there's the Virginia Tech athlete is very, very fast as well, and the Oregon athlete is fast as well. I don't know their names on it, but yeah, this is just the starting thing, guys. And then after this, we can settle in a little bit during the women's DMR. We can talk about that, and then I'll chat with you guys. But right now, we're just locked into this. They came through 400 of this in about 60, so not that fast. Gary Martin now sitting right behind these 2 athletes. So he's locked in right behind these 2 athletes. We got Virginia Tech, Oregon, and Virginia. OSU lagging a little bit further back, but I think it's a 3-team race, and they are going to have to really run fast in order to get this NCAA qualifying time, which is 9:14.14 is the last time in right now. So 600 in, they're about 130 through 600, so they're really not running that fast. These athletes need to run a 3:53 mile if they want to make it to the NCAA meet for their team, but we could probably trust Gary Martin. Gary Martin knows how to kick it in fast. Plus, all these athletes are really good. I don't know the Virginia Tech athlete name, and I don't know the Oregon athlete name, but I know that they're both very, very fast. Okay, so we're coming up on 800, and they are coming through in 7:21 high. So that's 2 flat through the first 800. Gary Martin has taken the lead now. He probably realizes that he needs to push this pace fast if his team wants to make NCAAs. This race is really not about winning. It's about running a fast time. It looks like there's a good chance none of these 3 teams are going to run the time to qualify. They're going to need to close in 1:53 the last 800, which is seeming to be, I don't know. I think that even 1:52 would do it, but that's going to be really hard to do. 600 to go. They were 750 high, so that means they're going to need to close their last 600 in around 123. I mean, they can do it. They can do it. They can close this thing down in 123 for the last 600. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these guys are about to just run like a 52 last lap. I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. No, currently last time in, Skippy is 924. Yeah, 924. They're going to be fine. What am I even saying? Yeah, they're going to be totally fine. They're going to be totally fine. Yeah, actually, I was thinking 914. 914 is the NCAA one. These 3 teams will be totally fine. That's a good catch, Skippy. But I mean, we'll see what they end up running. So Gary Martin still has the lead, and he's coming up right now on a little bit. One more lap, and we got 200 to go. Okay. 8:46 at the bell, and the Oregon athlete has taken off. These 3 teams are going to for sure punch their tickets. Yeah, I totally misdirected that, but that's what happens when you just have a late day stream just out of the blue. Gary Martin's getting dropped by these 2 athletes, but it looks like the Oregon team's going to win. Maybe Virginia Tech can close it together, but they are really closing it down fast. 9:10, 11:12, 9:13, 9:14 high. Wow. And then 9:17 for UVA. All 3 of those teams will make it to NCAAs. No other team is going to make it from this heat. So tough go for Stanford, tough go for Georgetown, tough go for OSU. So none of them are going to make it besides the top 3 teams. But yes, that was interesting. 914.88 for Oregon, 915.05 for Virginia Tech, 916 for Virginia, 0.7. Okay, so those are the only 3 teams that make it. All right, now I can finally talk to you guys a little bit because holy, I am just overwhelmed right now. That was a tough start to the stream, people. Camera went out right away. I'm a little off my game. I'm not gonna lie, a little off my game. All right, so what's going on, people? We can talk a little bit right now. We can talk a little bit. We've got some other races. I mean, it seems like not many people were that interested in that race, but in a couple hours, we're going to get the big 5K race with Parker Wolf, and then we're going to get the big 3K race with Sam Ruthe. That's going to be in about 2-ish hours, a little bit less for the Parker Wolf race. I think he's got a shot at breaking 13. In fact, I think he probably will break 13, but it is yet to be known. It is yet to be known. Kansas got it. Did Kansas get it? I don't think so. I don't think Kansas got it, but we're on an ad right now. If I could get some live results right now, that'd be nice too. Let me try to get some live results while I'm watching this. Okay, guys. Okay. No, I don't think. Let me just pull up some live results for you guys. Actually, I need to just like set this whole thing up. Okay. Oh, they did. I don't think that Kansas will get in though because those 3 teams ran fast. Kansas will get pushed out now. Okay. I'm going to pull up some live results for you guys to see on that. I mean, I'm sure a good majority of you guys who are watching this don't care that much about the college DMR. That's like more for me. I care about that a lot. But right now, the next event on is the women's DMR. That's going to be on in 5 minutes. And then we'll get into some pro races. So I'll just change this text on screen real quick to the women's DMR. I want to chat with you guys though. Now we've got our bearings straight. Honestly, I cared about that DMR race because I went to Georgetown and I was low-key rooting for them, but they just ran very bad. I don't know what happened with Georgetown there, but it is what it is. while I'm also here, let me also get some live results up because I want to get that in the chat. Okay. BU Saucony Boston event live results. We got the women's race coming up now, the women's DMR. I honestly, I don't really care that much about it. Just because I'm not going to be able to know the teams that well. So we'll chat. I'm just trying to get my bearings, people. Oh my gosh, why can't this work? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Why is it the men's DMR doesn't even show up? Heat results. Okay, the results aren't even in yet. Whatever. I think Kansas maybe did get a time, but let me go back to live on this. And okay, now we're finally good, people. We're finally good to chat a little bit. I told you Gary Martin was gonna get smoked. Okay, well, yeah, shaved my head, corrected stats. I know, Skippy, you might get a mod soon, but Skippy, you're always trolling me. You're always talking shit. You're always talking shit, Skippy. But maybe you'll get a mod soon. I don't really have any mods right now. Anyway, guys, let me talk to you guys about what I was up to today. So, started the day off, 16-mile long run, 750 pace. Not that fast. It was not that fast. I did not feel that good today. But yes, 16-mile long run. How far did you guys run today? Who did a long run today? Let me know in the chat. Or we could have a quiet chat today, or we could have a yap chat. I like to yap with the chat, so I've kindly got my bearings set so I can talk to you guys now. But anyway, yes, I did a 16-mile long run this morning. I ran 751 pace. Bro, I'm just living like so what? Yep, that's a line from the old intro. Yo, Spence, I used to watch your 2019 summer vlogs every day during my build-up for my first college cross season. Hell yeah, that's sick. You ran 7 miles today, Quinn. Nice. I'm biking now, cross training. Oh, that's nice to bike and then be able to do this. I'm doing 8 tomorrow. Nice. 8 miles tomorrow. That'll be good. Gucci socks need to come back for sure. They for sure do. Only Virginia Tech, and one other school tentatively qualified to NCAA indoors. Yeah, that's what I thought. Virginia Tech, and Oregon qualified. But maybe Oregon already had a time. So, no, they didn't. So, yeah, Oregon qualified. I did 10 yesterday. Nice. I did nothing. Champs in 5 days. Okay, you're tapering up. You're tapering up. Nothing wrong with tapering up a little bit. But yeah, hey, 78 miles on the week for me this week. I'm getting kind of fit. Doing the distance stuff. So 78 miles. And guys, yesterday I did a race yesterday. I did a 5 mile road race. Well, it wasn't really a road race. Did a 5 mile race yesterday, and it was on some like dirt path. It was pretty slow, I'm not gonna lie. The race was very, very slow. I ran like 5:29 pace. Also, people, I'm not gonna lie. I took a poop, 5-second poop, a new record for me. 5-second poop, 5-second shit, low key. Took me 5 seconds to get it out. No wipe though. Am I allowed to? Do you think I should put that in my next video? This one was like an emergency situation. I had to go at I got to 2.5 miles and then we flipped. And then there was no one, but Allie got second place behind me. So she won the women's race. But I got to 2.5 miles, turned around, high-fived Allie when I saw her because she was like 40 seconds back at that point. And then I was like, I got to peeled off about 5 feet off the trail and then pooped there. Is that, am I like incriminating myself? Am I allowed to do that? I'm like actually not even kidding. Am I allowed to do that? Because this was not in a porta potty. I don't know if I can keep this in the video, but I literally got it on cam. The thing is, it's so impressive. It was a 5-seconder. If you ever pulled off a 5-seconder, no wipe, no hand wash, obviously. By the way, the women's DMR just went off. Low key, I'm not going to be commentating too much over it. I just want to talk to you guys while this is going on. I mean, we're honestly here for the other races too. So this women's DMR, if people are asking about how it's going, I'll let you know in the chat. But we can chat. Do you know who Nico Schultz is? Nico Schultz, I think, yeah, he's a YouTuber, but I don't really know anything about him. I just feel like he's he's like a full-on running influencer who's like he makes like good quality run videos. So he like my quality videos is lower, but I'm faster. So I'm like more serious, but still not that serious. I can't even run because of the weather. Ooh, that's tough. When are the results from today's Sam Ruthe race coming out? The Sam Ruthe race is in about 90 minutes. So we'll get that, or actually it's 2 hours from now. 2 hours from now, the Sam Ruthe race is coming out. The poop, was it solid? Absolutely not. This thing was a confetti fish food situation. This thing was just like a muddy fish food. It was immediately done, immediately finished. How does pacing work for a DMR? So the 1200 leg goes first, then the 400 leg goes, then the 800 leg, and then the 1600 leg. It's a very cool college unique event. I think that there should be a DMR at the Olympics. It's really cool. And it's like, so I was the 800 leg a lot, and it was always scary because the 400 guy would be handing off to me and he'd be running 45-second pace. So like if I didn't take off fast enough, I would get like decked. And it was like very aggressive. And I've been the 1200 leg where you're handing off to the 400 runner. That's sketchy too. So it's a very fun event. I think it's the best event in college running, honestly. Like it's the best relay that exists for sure. Well, maybe not, but it's pretty cool. Nico runs 146 800. Okay, no, okay, I'm thinking of a different Nico. Nico Schultz is very good then. Does Nico Schultz, does he go to Penn State? Because if he's a Penn State runner, yes. Okay, yes. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking of a different, who am I thinking of? Because Nico Schultz is someone else, right? Okay. Or I was thinking of some kid who was like a marathon runner. Nico Schultz, I've seen I haven't seen his content, or maybe I've seen a little bit of his content, but no, he's legit. He's very fast. I think that's impressive. He's hit Penn State, man. What a good team. No, it's cool. There's a lot more like there's like really good college runners who just have YouTube channels now. It's sick. Never understood the point of DMR 400 leg. Has always looked out of place. It's not long enough to make a real difference in that race. Should be an 800 leg instead. No, I firmly disagree, because you need to have it's like a sampler. Like the DMR is like going to a brewery and getting a flight of drinks, or like a sampler plate, like a cheese platter. You got the fondue cheese, you got the cheddar, you got the Munster cheese, you got all the, you got to have a little flavor of it all. It's like a showcase of different types of running. And trust me, there have been 400 guys, especially on like Oregon or whatever, or like some of those sprint heavy teams that have 44 legs that really do help. And at Georgetown, we had like, usually our 400 leg was, well, we had some 46 guys, but there were some years where we had only 48 or 49 legs, and they were not that, they hurt it a lot. So trust me, the 4 leg matters. 4 leg matters for sure. The thing is, I would prefer a 16, 8, 8, 16. No, the thing is, you're just too into distance running, but you have to think about it from a perspective of like everyone else. Like, why would any sprinter want to watch a 16, 8, 8, 16 race? Like, you guys got to think from that. Nico Felix. Yes. Okay. Sam Montgomery. That's who I was thinking of. Yes. That is exactly who I was thinking of. Okay. I was thinking of Nico Felix, not Nico Schultz. That's a good call out right there. Cause he is like a marathon runner who's like more content heavy than like, super into the serious running stuff. But yeah, guys, did a 5-mile race yesterday. Ripped what did I run? I ran like, so the race was like 0.2 long. I ended up running 5:29 pace. Not fast at all. I'm not going to lie. Here are my splits. I went 5:15, 5:16, 5:38, because that was the 5-second poop break, but that was a hard mile. And then it was 5:26, last mile 5:39. Dude, it was so painful. Anyway, we should check into this DMR that's going on. I've got it going on a little bit in the background right now. It looks like the 800 legs are going off right now for the women, and I don't even know. I think that Williams is in the lead right now. I don't think that this women's DMR is a DMR that's trying to make nationals, so I might even just take this thing off the screen. This because I'm really not commentating. I'm just chatting with you guys. We're obviously gonna we obviously have some big races coming up next. But women's DMR, I'm not commentating it honestly at this point. I don't really care. So it is what it is. Not in a mean way, but I'm not that interested in it. The next race on the track will be in about 9 minutes. It's the women's 1000, and there's a couple athletes. Michaela Meyer is the pace setter, and then there's 2 women from Harvard, Sophia Goriarin and Dylan McCatheny or something like that. Why do runners have the most complicated names? It's just, they do it on purpose. They do it on purpose. I couldn't be a commentator because I can't read. I literally don't know how to read. No, I do. But okay, we're locked in for that. This women's DM is still going on, but so we can lock in, just have a nice little time with each other. What else are you guys up to this weekend? Oh, speak of the devil. Actually, we didn't speak of Allie, but Allie is locked in right now. Coming in.
Oh, we got George.
Hi, boy.
He wants to say bye real quick.
Oh, goodbye, boy. Goodbye. Allie's going to get massages with her mom right now. Come on, that's going to be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to rock the buzz cut for a while? I mean, I have to because it's just so short.
No,
Hi, boy.
he was thinking about commissioning a wig, actually.
Are you still trying to run sub 14? Yes, my next 5K is in about 2.5 weeks ish. Maybe it's 2 weeks actually coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up.
King George.
Oh,
Skippy
yeah.
says, Allie, tell Spence to make me a mod. Skippy just won't let it go. Skippy, you know, for all the chatting you do in here, let's maybe a super chat, a $50 super chat, and you can be a mod.
What is a mod?
A mod has like privileges in the chat to like ban people and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Skippy's mean too.
Skippy, I'm not even a mod. I don't know how you think you're gonna get that position.
Skippy, Loki, give us. Okay, Skippy, how old are you in real life? Like, who are you as a person?
Are you the owner of Skippy Peanut
Oh,
Butter?
not this joke again. Not this joke again.
Well, I know that he said he's not, but I don't know.
Hello, Rooski.
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, but I gotta head out, so I gotta take George.
Bye, Mr. Rue.
Okay, say farewell, George.
Bye, George.
Right,
Hello and goodbye. Thank you.
Right.
I'll let you know how Parker. Okay, last second. Okay, is Parker Wolf gonna break 13?
Yeah, for sure.
And is Sam? What is Sam Ruth gonna run in the 3K?
What did he run last time?
He's never. I don't think he's run a 3K. He's run like 7:58, but he's run 13:40 in a 5K.
I don't know, guys. 3K times, maybe like 7:35.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna run insanely fast, especially because he's so young and he doesn't run that much mileage.
7:35, like
that would be. I would be surprised if he ran that fast, but I mean, he's also run a 3:48
yeah,
mile.
I won't really be surprised about anything he does.
I would, just because he doesn't do high mileage. I'll let you go though.
Okay.
You got to get out of here.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Okay, so W for Allie in the chat. Yeah, Skippy. Here's the thing, Skippy. We'll talk. I always say we'll talk off stream, but Skippy, you're mean to me. Skippy's out here commenting mean things on my videos. He's like, Spencer and Allie suck at running. They're never gonna PR again. Anyway, we still love you, Skippy, but I just don't. Skippy just sniffs of a let's run troll. That's the problem with Skippy. Spencer will run a 4:31 1600 and 9:54 3200. Set me up for a good chance to go Oh, you're saying will those times set me up? They will set me up for a good chance to go D1 freshman year. It depends on the college you want to go to. Probably not at like a top level D1 school. You need to run really fast these days, sadly. But I think that some D1 schools will take you for those times. I don't think you should. I don't know. Going D1 is not necessarily the move, in my opinion. Going D1, there's a lot of athletes who go D1 who are like 4:25 or 4:20 or 4:30 milers, and then you don't get to progress the way that you would like to progress. I think that sometimes D2 or D3 programs are better suited because you get way more personalized attention from the coach. And like, I feel like if you're trying to run D1 to be like D1, then you're already doing it for the wrong reasons. Whoa, David, thank you for the $10 super. David, you might be our top super chatter. And you know what? Will this super chat get us a good Mike Smith story? Absolutely. I've got a good one for you right now. So anyway, here's a Mike Smith story for you guys. I'm a freshman at Georgetown University, and Mike Smith is the director of the program at Georgetown University. Yeah. I know Mike Smith. Mike Smith and I are friends. We're friends. He was the director of Georgetown University's track program when I was a freshman. So he was the head director. He never coached the men. He was the women's coach, but he was, he was in charge of the whole program. Now, meanwhile, I'm a little idiot freshman doing my stupid athlete special stuff as a freshman. And I was making athlete special videos, having fun, just doing my thing. And Mike Smith, first of all, Mike Smith thought that I had like a disability, because in some of my early athlete special videos, they were pretty rough. They were pretty rough. Mike Smith did give me a big shout out though. I ran 4:04 as a freshman in college, and Mike Smith was very impressed with that. He was hyped about it. But anyway, here's the story. So at the end of the track season, your team has like a big banquet typically. And Mike Smith was giving like one of the intro speeches for the banquet. And he chirped me. It's not like a big story or anything, but he was like, I think that everyone was like, I don't know. He was just, you do like a little joke here, a little joke there on people. And he was like, listen, I mean, it's really important for all of you guys to stay recovered all the time. And like, if you're ever really like looking to just fall asleep, just watch an athlete special video, because they are so bad. It was funny though. It got a lot of laughs. Everyone erupted. I mean, at the expense of me. He was shitting on the athlete special back in the day. We have 3 minutes before this women's 1K, but because David, you brought up Mike Smith, I'm gonna try to find an old. I've got something pulled up on my. Here, let me show you what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to think if I can find a Mike Smith, maybe like a little cameo. Here, I think maybe this video. Here, I'll try to pause it if we find him. It's hard to find him though, like low key, because he was not easy to reach, I would say. Man, okay. No, I don't think it was this one. It's hard to... There was like 1 or 2 videos when Mike Smith was in. He maybe had like a one-liner that was kind of funny. All right. Let me try to get one more. That's a great question though, David. Great question. I swear there was like maybe a Mike Smith cameo. Oh, yes. Look at this, people. He never wanted to be in the video. Here we go. This is from 10 years ago. We'll play it back as slow as it possibly goes. But here we go. Is this where? Yeah, you guys can see this. Okay, so here's Mike Smith about to be on the screen. It's -6. This was the day after a race in Boston. Hanging out, having a good time in the lobby. The boys were about to get ready for the run, and then I shine. There he is. Sup, Coach Mike. He was so mad at me. He hated when I filmed, I think. Because, dude, I was like, look at me. A holy chopped alert as well. Holy chopped alert. Yes, so yes, for those of you who don't know, Mike Smith was our director of the program. But hey, you know what? You guys got to if you see Mike Smith, ask him about me. He'll laugh if he hears about me, because we go way back. And you know what? W's for Mike Smith, because he allowed me to keep the athlete special going. By the way, as I'm getting distracted at the glory days of the Mike Smith days, the women's 1,000 has begun. So I'll let you know there's 2 girls in this race. You got a girl, Michaela Meyer from Saucony, is pacing these 2 Harvard girls, so they must be going for a fast time. They are through 230, and looks like the Harvard girl is already getting up on her heels. Michaela Meyer looks a little injured. I don't know what's going on with her, but this Harvard athlete must be trying to run a fast time. Must be trying to run a fast time. What's going on, Daniel? Yeah, I just saw that 1,000 just started, but I'll tell you what they come through 400 in. I don't know what exact time they're trying to run, but it looks like Sophia Gorarian and Dylan McHenny are trying to run fast. But Michaela Meyer takes them through 461. So second place was one of the Harvard girls, and she was probably 62.5. So yeah, 62.5 through 400. I cannot tell who that is exactly, but whatever. She's right up on Michaela Myers. She's almost about at 600. David E said that's cool. He let you keep doing the videos because it was way before vlogging on YouTube was a thing. 100%, David. That's 100% true. Okay, Michaela Meyer, we got 2 laps to go. She came through in 134-ish. She's going to keep going. So maybe they're going to end up running fast in this oh, she just pulled off in this 1K. And now let me just make this full screen for myself because I can't tell who this is. But this Harvard athlete is cooking along now. She's almost at 800, so we'll see what she ends up running here. But hello, what's going on, Jasper Hugh? What's going on? So she's coming through in 206 flat. 206 flat at the bell. She's going to win the race for sure. She's probably going to run like 237, 238, probably 238, honestly. That's pretty fast, though. I don't know if that's an NCAA record or what, but she's definitely cooking right now. And I don't know the name. Were you before Sage? Well, I'll have to answer that in a sec. I don't know what you mean, but yes, she's cooking at the very end here. 234, 335, 6, 7, 237.69. Nice. 237.69. Nice. So Sophia wins the race. She runs 237.69. Very good time indeed. Impressive. And yeah, that was the race. 0.72 officially. Who's your favorite basketball player? LeBron James, probably. Big LeBron James fan. Yeah. Top middle schooler in the nation in your chat, by the way. Whew. I've got the top middle schooler in the nation. That's hype. Looks like you and 10 years ago still have the same haircut. Yeah, I guess. I mean, the thing is, dude, it's so weird thinking about 10 years ago. I mean, how fast time has gone by, but at the same time, I don't even know. I feel like I feel like I can actually talk now. When I was like 18, 19 years old, I was so just dumb. It was actually embarrassing. Okay, I'm going to change the text on screen because we have the first hype race of the evening. Men's 15. There's a mile later on, so I don't know which race is better, but there's a men's 1500 meter going on right now. Usually the numbers of the stream pop up a bit more when the men's races go on. So men's 15 is about to start. Let me just give you the rundown on people who are in this. I don't really know them that well, but it seems like Under Armour is trying to have their guys run fast. Well, actually, there's a Georgetown athlete in this who's Abel Tefra from Hoka trying to run fast. But we got the pace setter is Wes Porter, who's run 350 in the mile this year, and he also made the World Cross 2K team. We got Foster Malik on UA Mission Baltimore run. We got John Renwicki, Cooper Cathra. They're all on the same Under Armour team. Then we got Abel Tefra from Hoka, and then Ahmed Jaziri from Hoka NAZ Elite, and Isaac Bastion from BAA. So we got this big 15 coming up. I don't know why they're doing a 15. I really don't understand. I guess that's what USA's is, but there is a mile later on in the evening. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Were you before Sage the YouTuber? No, Sage was before me. He was, dude, that I'm like an OG, but he was an even more OG. We just got a freaking ad right now, but hopefully this race doesn't go off yet. Anyway, what meet is this? This meet that's going on is the Saucony Battle for Boston at the Boston University track. It's I didn't know about it really that well until like a couple hours ago, but I figured I'd just live stream it, enjoy myself talking to you guys. There's a couple, the highlight races, this 15 is going to be really good, and then there's a mile that's good later on, but the 3K and 5K on the men's side are really where it's at. That's where I think the race of the evening will be Parker Wolf trying to break 13 minutes in a 5K. That'll be really impressive. I also have to piss so bad. Do I pee now? Yeah, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. This men's 15 is about to start, though. Yo, 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 we're back. We're back, people. We're back, people. Don't even sweat it. We're back. We are back. Men's 15 hasn't gone off yet. Actually, maybe it has. Let's hope it hasn't. It's about to start. Yeah, men's 15 is about to start. Pretty good field. A lot of Under Armour athletes in this, so we'll have to see what they can cook up, and we'll have to see what they can run. What did you run in middle school? My fastest mile in middle school is 4:50. I was pretty good in middle school. Spence, 5-second poop is impressive. Thank you. The 5-second poop was very impressive. If for those of you just tuning in, yesterday I did a road race. Well, it was more of like it was like on like a dirt path. Took a 5-second poop. It will be in my next video, so just be on the lookout for the 5-second poop. What does sub 13 5K mean for today? I mean, it doesn't mean as much as it used to, but there still hasn't been even 10 athletes who have broken 13. Okay, men's 15 is underway. I'm going to do as good of a job as I can to announce this race. But we've got Wes Porter pacing. We have 3 Under Armour athletes. We've got Abel Tefra from Hoka. We've got Isaac Bastion from BAA. And we have, who's the final athlete? Ahmed Jaziri from NAZ Elite. So we'll try to, it's going to be a little hard to figure out these paces because they go an extra 100 meter. But I'll try to get the splits as best as I can. Currently, we've got Wes Porter up front first. Okay, and they're coming through 300 meters in 41 high. Abel Tefra from Hoka is sitting right on him in second place. So we're going to see how far Wes Porter can take these guys. Wes Porter is in fantastic shape right now. He's in very, very good shape because he just came off a 350 mile. But we've got the 3 Under Armour athletes tucked in behind Abel Tefra from Hoka. Abel Tefra he's the indoor NCAA champion from last year. They're going to come through 500 meters in 1:10. So that's 1:15 is 4 flat pace for the mile. So 1:10 is we're pretty fast. We're cooking right now. We're cooking right now, and I'll get the 600 split as well. Just try to keep the continuity. Looks like 600 was around 125-ish. So I'll be trying to get each. I mean, it's just weird because it's a 15, not a mile, but they're coming through 700 right now, pretty fast. 139-ish flat, 139 flat through 700 meters. So they're on pace to be running what would be equivalent to a 350 mile at least. 800 meter split is looking like 153, 154. So they're fast. They're fast. Everyone's still in this race. Everyone's strung out. Right now it's up front, Wes Porter. Then we've got Tefra. Then we have the 3 Under Armour athletes, but they're going to come through 900 meters in 208. And it'll be easier to get the K split, but yeah, they're definitely cooking right now. They've got only 600 meters to go, so 3 laps to go, a little bit less, but coming through 1K and 223-ish, they're flying, and everyone's looking good right now. Everyone is looking good. Wes Porter doing a fantastic job pacing. They're going to come up to 400 meters to go in 237 flat. 237 flat, and someone tripped over the pacer a little bit, but he's able to still make his way up to the front. So if they close this down in like a 56 or faster, they're going to run like 333 or faster. And this athlete right now is crushing. He's from Under Armour in the lead. And there's 2 athletes from Under Armour and then Abel Tefra. So the 2 athletes who are up front right now coming into 200 to go, it is Foster Malik and Cooper Cathra. 305 at the bell. So what can they end up running here? It's going to be there. It looks like they're going to be able to run like a 334. So this is going to be quite fast. And then Abel Tefra in third place, and the other 2 athletes are a little bit behind, but right now it is all these top 2 Under Armour guys, Foster Malik and Cooper Cathra, but they are crushing. I don't know who is who, but they are about to run 330, 31, 32, 33, 333 for both of them. Tefra is going to run 35. The other athletes lagging behind in 336. Great race for those 2 Under Armour athletes. Pretty solid race for Abel Tefra. Foster Malik gets the win, 333.39. Cooper Cathra, second place, 333.85. That's a fast race. Abel Tefra, third place, 335.2. John Renicki, 336.14. Isaac Bastion, 336.41. And Ahmed Jaziri got a little dropped in a 342. That's fast. So Foster Malik, 333 low. Fantastic run by him. Can we get a little info on who that is? Because I don't know anything about that athlete. I'm a little out of the loop on who he is, but that was impressive. That was quite impressive. So great race, good men's 15. That kind of woke me up a little bit. So next up on the track, we've got the women's 800. There's 3 sections of that, and there's just a lot of good women in this. So I'll be kind of commentating throughout that. Then after the women's 8, we got the men's 8. 4 sections of that. There's a bunch of good races there, so that'll be really good too. Got some pros in it. We got some high-level college athletes. We got some Strug pros. Then after these two, the men's and women's 8, we got the women's and men's 4. Then a women's mile, men's 5K, women's 3K, men's 3K. So we still got a lot of events left on the track here. But let's chat, people. Let's keep chatting. Let's talk right now. Great race though for Foster Malik. Canadian athlete, I guess. I don't know him. I'm the thing is there's so many good athletes these days. I'm just like, I don't even know who is who at this point. But let me change the text on screen to the women's 800. Women's 800, we got 4 heats of this. It's going to be good. Women's 800 coming up next. Women's 800 coming up next. And I guess the first heat, it's already going off. I'll tell you who's in this race so we got Iris Bergman from Boston, Claudia Kazmierska, Mena Scathurchard, Tegan Becker, Ellie Leather, Heather McLean. I don't know what they're trying to run in this. Maybe sub 2, maybe not. But again, I'm not as in the loop on the women's running stuff. That's why we need Allie here. We need Allie here for this. But I'll let you know what's going on sort of in the background as we're chatting a little bit. With a super chat guarantee mod, yeah, you have to $100 super chat and auto mod. $100 super chat for the auto mod. Honestly, no, I'm kidding. But this women's 8 that's going off right now, they're out in 28 flat. Looks like the Pacers, the Boston College girl. I'm assuming they'll probably break 2 minutes here. Guys, isn't it just a shame that Cole Hocker didn't go for the mile world record attempt here? Like, he would have definitely broken the mile world record if it was here, not at JDL Fast Track. I really do think he would have broken it there. But anyway, yeah, we're coming through 400, and Heather McLean looks like she's leading in 57.69. So she's crushing it right now. She's got a little gap on the field as well. So this could be very fast. This could be very, very fast. But guys, let's talk a little bit too as these other 8s are going on. We can enjoy ourselves for this 8. And this is also broken open big time. Looks like Heather McLean is really just walking away from it right now, but she's going to come through 600 in 127.8. 127.8. That's going to be a very fast time. It's going to be a very, very fast time for Heather McLean. She might get hawked down by these other 2 chicks, but I don't know if she's going to. It looks like one of them is trying to make their way back, but Heather McLean is definitely going to be sub 2. She's probably, I'm going to predict she runs 159.00. She's tying up quite a bit right now. 154, 55, 6, 7, 8, 9, 159.56. Heather McLean gets the win. Okay, so there's a couple more women's 8s going on right now, but I'm not going to be watching them too closely because, guys, I need to chat with you. Let's stay active right now. Let's stay active in the chat because I've got questions for you guys. Guys, this is the thing. Okay, USA's is coming up next weekend. USA's is coming up next weekend. That means that there's got to be more forfeits for me, eh? Holy, look, why does my head have a dent like that? What the heck is that? The headphone dent is disgusting. Jesus. Got the worst headphone dent of my life. But okay, so we've got USA's coming up next weekend, people. What forfeit should I do and what bets should I make? Because we got to make it fun. It's a 3-day long event. This week, I'm not gonna stream again until Tuesday or Wednesday, but we need to look into what's going on for the USA meet. In my next stream, we're gonna be just taking a look at what is going on, because we need to lock in and do some big forfeits. So let's brainstorm in the chat right now. I obviously already shaved the head. What are some other things I can put on the line? Not tattoos, not piercings, nothing like physically harmful to me. But what are some things I can put on the line that would be funny and entertaining and worth people tuning in for, you know? What do you think my 2-mile time will be if my mile time is 4:29? Probably it'll be 9:50, maybe a little faster. 9:45, 9:50. So, guys, I guess no one wants to say anything, but if you can brainstorm some ideas for what I can do for some I guess punishments, really, if I don't end up getting my hitting my goals for the athletes I'm rooting for, because I don't know who I want to root for yet, but it'll be fun. USA's is going to be fun to watch for sure. Currently, I think I've got Cole. I think Cole Hawker is going to win the 15 and the 3K. Ice plunge outside, maybe. The thing is, okay, guys, for my forfeits, they need to be like in this room. That's the thing. I need my forfeits to be in this room. By the way, there's another women's 8 going on right now, and looks like they're about to come through 400. I'll tell you their split in a second, but second heat of the women's 8, they're coming through 459 flat, basically, so they'll probably run like 202. But anyway, no. I run a marathon if... But here's the thing. I need to get you know what I need to do? I need to maybe move my entire setup to the basement for the stream this weekend. I think I need to do that because, well, I don't have a treadmill. I mean, we have a treadmill, but it's not good for running far on. I gotta maybe buy a treadmill this week. I think I gotta buy a treadmill this week because we can do big time forfeits if I have a treadmill, you know? That might be the move, people. I think Nico Young takes the 3K. I don't think so. I don't think he's going to take the 3K. Okay, this girl from Providence is about to finish this women's 800. She might break 2, but she's about to finish 156, 157, 58, 59, 2 flat, 2.2. She ran really well. She ran that very even split. So stop forcing it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't want to force it with the doing crazy stuff. Don't want to force it. Holy head dent. Look at this headset dent. So bad. So bad. US indoor champs are only Saturday, Sunday. I thought that they were Friday as well. I did think that they were Friday as well. Let's look this up. I'm also excited for the men's 800 coming up. Wait, are you sure, people? Let me check this. USA indoor champs. I thought it was 2 days. Here, wait, look. Oh no, it is only 2 days. It's only 2 days. That's fine. Shave the eye, dude. I can't. Here's the thing. I can't shave the eyebrow. I can't disrespect myself that much. Okay, so it's gonna be a 2-day event. I'll probably stream Friday before it though. I wonder if we can like low-key see what's going on. By the way, just an update. There's the women's 3rd heat of the 8's about to go off, so we still have time to chat a little bit before this next event, which is the men's 8, which is gonna be more fun to watch. 200 burpees. I don't know if I want to do burpees necessarily. I don't know what I want to do. Oh wait, let's check though. Do they have like any? I wonder if they have info. Oh, we can check the status of entry right now. This is just in between races. Kind of quick status of entry. Oh, this is such a stupid way of doing it. They don't have it by event. That is so dumb. So dumb. Oh wait, here we go. Declaration steps. Oh my gosh, it's so confusing trying to find this. For those of you tuning in, we've got the men's 800 coming up in a little bit. I think that maybe on this live results page we can see the start list, but maybe not. No, it doesn't look like it. If someone could find the, well, I mean, I don't really care about the schedule. I just want to see who's in the races. Streaming on USATF.tv. A classic, another situation where I'm gonna have to pay for like my fourth stream, like platform to whatever watch something. Anyway, guys, for those of you tuning in, men's 800 is coming up in a bit. Last year, the women's 8 is right now, and then some good men's 8 stuff's about to happen. Maybe we'll see an athlete run sub 145, but what would it take for you to shave your eyebrows tonight? I mean, for the right price, I'll do anything, eh? Give me, what are you willing to work with here? Maybe some super chats, maybe $1,000. I mean, I'm not that down bad. I don't know if I need to shave my eyebrow that badly. Eat toast with protein powder on it. Run a mile every mile for 24 hours. You have to filter by event and the status of entry. Well, you just retracted that message. $100 super chat. I am not shaving, dude. The thing is, I'm getting married this year, so I can't like ruin my body. By the way, last heat of the women's 8, they came through 600 and 136, so we're looking like we're gonna see about a 208 time. But men's 8's about to be off in a couple minutes. But eat toast with protein powder. I mean, maybe I'll do that. But I don't mind these brainstorms. I think that, dude, what I need to do is get a treadmill and then move my streaming like setup downstairs for a day. If I do that, also, by the way, women's 8 is finishing up. They ran 207.78. So pretty good. This is just like a college heat, but let me change it. We got the men's 8 now. This is the first, well, not the first, but this is just one of the good events of the evening. Men's 800 is coming up now. So yeah, let's get ready for that. John Rivera, Renard Swanpole, Thomas Crowan, Samuel Idians, Graham Steadfast, Yusuf Bizana, Brandon Kidder, Nico Schultz. Okay, we'll watch Nico Schultz tonight. Lewis Westwood, Joe Dos Reese, Kevin McBurney, Shane Strike, Kareem Ahyan, Hassan Abdi, Felix Plord. Bro, people just, are the names a joke? I can't. Okay, let's see. First heat. Aiden Britt, Renard Swanpole, Thomas Cohen, Samuel Iddens, Justin O'Toole, and I think the Brooks Beast athlete. Okay. Oh, false start in the men's 8. False start. I think we got John Rivera in here as well. So this is the fast heat. Fast heat of the men's 8. When's the wedding date? I'm probably not going to tell you that. That would be sort of dumb, but it's couple months out from the wedding. More than a couple months out, but it's happening in 2026. Okay, men's 8's about to go off. Chug a bottle of olive oil. That's not a bad idea. Show your watch tan. I'll show that while this is going on. Men's 800 is off. Let's do it, people. Let's go. Men's 8. I'm hyped about this. Here's the watch tan. It's probably not that bad right now. I don't know. Men's 8 right now. No, it's not bad at all. My watch tan. Men's 800, they're coming through 200 right now. John Rivera's in second place. They came through in 25-2. The pacer looks like a sprinter. He looks like a 4 guy. He's kind of struggling to stay on it a little bit, but John Rivera in second place right off the pacer. Looks like Shane Strike, I think, is in third, but I don't want to speak too soon. Oh, it might be Justin O'Toole actually, but I don't know. John Rivera's coming through in 51.78. He looks very good right now. He's on the Brooks Beast, and he's just cruising along. The whole field is in it still. And everyone is just cruising. I think Justin O'Toole on Atlanta Track Club is in second place, but not totally sure. But they're about to come up on 600 meters. Coming up on 600 meters now in 118.4. 118.4 at 600 meters. That's pretty fast. John Rivera still leads. He's still doing a good job leading it right now. Looks like we got Justin O'Toole a little bit back in second, but John Rivera looks like he's going to take this, but it's going to be close for sure. 135 right now. They've got about 50-ish meters to go. Pushing hard. John Rivera looks like he's going to hang on. 142, 3, 4, 5, 146.06. Looks like John Rivera hung on to the lead, hung on to the dub. That's pretty solid. It's nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. 146.1, first place for John Rivera. Second place, Justin O'Toole, 146.2. And Reinhard Swanpoel in 146.5. So I don't know what's going on in this men's, if the men's 8 are like, if this is from fast to slow section, or if it's like there's just good people in every race. But they're already about to get out section 2. There's 4 sections of this, by the way. And then after the men's 8, we've got the men's, or the women's 4. I do think that low key that they've evened out these sections. Section 2, Hassan Abdi, Brandon Kidder, Kevin McBurney, Lewis Westwood, and Yusuf Bizanma. I'm definitely rooting for Brandon Kidder in this race, just objectively, people. He's my boy. I went to his wedding a couple years ago, but he's on the Brooks Beast. He's been on the team for years. He's just a veteran of the sport. So, oh, wait, what the heck? Someone just pulled off right now, but it is what it is. The race is still going on. And this heat looks to be maybe paced faster than the first one. I'll tell you, they're coming through 200 meters, and the pacer came through in 24.9 through 200 meters in this race, and they're all looking good right now. So men's 800 section 2, I don't think that they even have a pacer because the pacer may have dropped out. Maybe this is the pacer though, I don't know. But currently we've got, I think it's the Boston University athlete Thomas Cohen sitting in second place. Then we got Brandon Kidder in third place. They're going to come through 450.8. 50.8, so 51 flat for the 2 athletes behind the pacer. They are flying. They are absolutely flying right now. I still don't know if this athlete up front is the pacer or not. I don't think he is. He's crushing it though. But yeah, wow, this is a great race for sure. And actually, I don't even know who these athletes are, but well, Brandon Kidder is coming through. But okay, they're coming through 600 meters in 118.1. It looks like the athlete is from Tunisia. So whoever is from Tunisia is in second place, and the other athlete in first place, I don't know his name. He looks like he's wearing a Nike kit though. So whoever that is, just let me know. Then we got Brandon Kidder in third place, hanging on right now. It does look like it's a bit of a rig fest. Brandon Kidder might pull this thing off. He's sitting in third, and it's just like it's a wall right now. Everyone's up against the wall. Oh, it's going to be close at the line. Oh, it's going to be very close. 146.7 though. 146.7 for Bizman. And then Abdi second place and Kidder third place. It was a very sloppy finish of that race. Very, very sloppy finish. But yeah, okay. I mean, this is... Flow Track stream just ended. Mine didn't end, so maybe my stream's working. That was a tough race to watch, though. Who's watching this race right now? Or who's watching this meet live? Is it just me? I mean, my commentary is going to be a little sloppy right now because... I don't know. This is what I would call like a B tier or C tier domestic meet. So I don't really know these athletes all that well. I know all the stars, but there's certainly a lot of athletes that I don't know that well. So it's kind of hard for me to commentate and you guys to know what's going on. But this heat has this guy Shane Strike on Garden State Track Club. So I guess it's like a New Jersey track club or something. What American or world records do you think will be broken next? Great question. I think that we might see the mile world record go soon. I think that the mile world record or the 15 world record is at stake. I really do. A lot of the records are pretty fast now, but maybe like, I don't know. I think that Grant Fisher ran 12:45 last year in the 5K. I don't know if he'll be able to hold on to that record. We might have Parker Wolf breaking it tonight. Okay, this is the third heat of the men's 8, and so the second heat only won in 146 high. I think Cole Hawker will probably be the one. I think Cole Hawker could break the mile world record outdoors potentially soon. But yeah, it looks like all of these 800 races that we're watching right now are going out in around 25 flat. So pretty solid for these eights. Shane Strike's in this, a couple other athletes as well, but this is a pretty strung out race. I think that this one's a little bit less competitive, but 800s are interesting. Like some people run, sometimes you run faster from the slow section because they're such sloppy events. But in this heat 3 of the men's 8, they're going to come through 451.5. 3 athletes, 2 of them on the Garden State Track Club. All of them hanging in there nicely though, and yeah, this race could be fast. It just depends on if you blow your load a little early or not, honestly. Cole Hawker, mile world record this year. I could see it for sure. I mean, he should have done it indoors, but he didn't go to BU. Okay, these athletes are coming up on 1 lap to go. They're going to come through in 1:18.75. What's been interesting is today, a lot of these athletes have been really closing down slowly. They've been rigging it up big time, so we'll see what this, final 200 can bring us. Looks like we have 1 athlete on the Garden State Track Club crushing it though right now. But again, guys, everyone's just tying up. I feel like this race is going to win in like 146 high, 147 low, and it looks like 147.23. So they all did tie up again in this race. So I guess all these athletes are just slowly running slower than the other heats. We'll enjoy ourselves. Kieran Iham, 147.3, wins it. Carver Morgan, second place, 147.32. And third place, Shane Strike, 147.67. Sorry if I'm just all over the place right now. I'm so tired, people, but I'm trying to lock in for this, get through these 8s. We got 1 more heat of these 800s, and then we've got women's 4, men's 4, women's mile, men's 5K, women's 3K, men's 3K. Ooh, there's a lot more events. I honestly just care about 2 of these races. I want to see Sam Ruthe run fast, and I want to see Parker Wolf run sub 13. Do we think Parker Wolf is going to break 13 today? And what do we think Sam Ruthe is going to run? Are you watching Flow Track? I'm watching Flow Track. What time is the 5K and 3K? The 5K is in about let me see actually. The 5K is in about 40 minutes. And then 3K is in 70 minutes. This is funny. This last heat of the men's 8, we got Billy the Toad. If you guys know who Billy the Toad is, he's in this race as well. I don't even think he's wearing spikes. He will run 12:58.47, and Ruthe will run 7:40.62. Okay, Sam Montgomery, that's a very good prediction, low-key. I feel like you obviously know your stuff, because I actually love that prediction for both athletes. I like how you're not overhyping Ruthe in the 3K, because I think that we're both smart enough to know that Ruthe is young, and he's probably, I think 740 might be a stretch. Like, you have to be really, really good to run that fast. Or sorry, you just have to be really strong. I mean, he is that good, but Sam Ruthe is young. He doesn't do mileage. Yet. He's still a young kid. But men's 8 right now, this heat 4, they came through in like 52, 53-ish. It looks like this race, if they'll be lucky and happy to break 150 if they can. But why no US 5K? Why no 5K at USA's? I don't know. I mean, I think because it's not a world event. That's probably why. These athletes 120.95 at the bell. It looks like they're moving pretty fast though. I don't think that they ran that fast in the first couple laps. So these guys are trying to break 150. They'll be hyped if they can do that. Are you smarter than Billy Toad? I don't know. We both are probably pretty dumb, but Billy's a nice guy. I've talked to him a bunch of times. He's definitely a good guy. Looks like the winner of this race is a BC athlete, 148.99, but I don't know if that's the official time. He's probably like 149 flat, low key, but he looked good. He looked great. Billy the Toad cramping it up just under 2 flat for Billy the Toad. I think. Oh, did Billy the Toad break? Oh, Billy the Toad, 159.63. Let's go. Okay, I like it. Ruthe 746. He might be tired from this trip. 1251 for Wolf. Okay, Mr. the CS Martin. I like those predictions. All right, why don't you viewers? How about Sam Montgomery and the CS Martin getting a little beef off for their predictions? Because I like there's different predictions for different people. I like that a little variability here. Different predictions for different people. Okay, people. Holy tired alert. I mean, come on, people. You got to give me credit. 16-mile long run today. At a wedding venue all day. You guys, when you're getting ready for a wedding, you don't even know what it's like. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of just sitting there and nodding your head and saying yes. But trust me, I was sitting there nodding my head and saying yes for hours today. The old timers in the chat, the older guys will know what I'm talking about. You just gotta, and you know, my future mother-in-law is there too, so like I gotta be locked in at that venue. So we were having a good time. We were having a really good time. Shout out to Allie. Shout out to Allie's mom, Terry. We were having a good time, but doing that all day, and then we came back to the house. I'm telling you, last second stream, but you guys are all loving it. You guys are loving the stream so far. I gotta change the name of this event. We got the women's 4. Low-key snooze alert on the women's 4. I don't know women's 400 stuff at all. I'm just taking the text off the screen for this because I'm not commentating over these races. We got in a couple minutes, so we're taking a break from the commentating. There's just one heat of the women's 4, then there's a men's 4. Again, I don't really care to commentate that. I'll just let you guys know what they end up running. But after that, the women's and men's 4, women's mile, which is going to be great, men's mile, and then the men's 5K. Oh, dude, so we are locked in. This is about to get very good. This, like, and people are starting to tune in. What is Parker Wolf going to run, people? All right, I'll have my athlete special predictions soon. I need some more predictions in the chat, though. I need you guys to get... Okay, we got a C-Town fan saying 7:35 for Ruthe. Holy glaze alert. Are you glazing? That's a big glaze. No way he's running 7:35. No way he's running 7:35. You want to hear why? Because he's young and he doesn't do high mileage. There's no chance. That's my argument right there. There's no chance that Sam Ruthe runs 7:35 in this 3K tonight. He's going to run 7:44. Heard it here first. Maybe faster, though. He's so effing talented. It's insane. Parker will run right around 12:55 to 13 flat at best. I don't know. It's 12:57 for Wolf. Another prediction. I could see Ruthe running 7:30x. Trust me, I know is what Bruce Wayne is. What was your prediction, Bruce Wayne? I don't know. Spence, your opinion really doesn't matter when checking out wedding venues and tastings. Of course I know that, CS Martin. That's why I'm saying a lot of nodding my head and saying yes. So you get it. It's about making your significant other feel like you care, which I do care a lot, but like it's the Alley show. It's the Alley show. You got to make that wedding great for Alley. Parker Wolf 12:48 or I shave my head. David, all right, you got to do it. I'm not doing that, but that's what David East is saying. Wait, that didn't work out so well last time. Hey, but I did it. 7:45 to 7:55 for Sam. Okay, Gonder here. I agree, potentially. You shave your eyebrows if Ruthe runs 7:35. Dude, I'll freaking bleach my butthole if he runs 7:35. No, pause. I'm not doing that. Imagine training for an Ironman 70.3 and raising a child while working full time. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I'll tell you that for free. He doesn't have enough strength to grind out 4 flat pace for 3K. Here's the thing, people. This is going to be a fun race to watch, this 3K, because I'll say this. If Sam Ruthe runs anywhere under 7:40, maybe if he runs like 7:35 or faster, then we all need to collectively boycott the sport and quit, because it just means that we are all just screwed at this point. Like, mileage doesn't matter. It's all talent. You will never be nearly as good as Sam Ruthe. Like, I say, do we do a team boycott the sport if Sam Ruthe runs that fast? Because I kind of want to see him do it, though. It'd be so funny because he runs so little. Also, I'm watching the second section of this women's 4. This girl's form up front is, she's got this forward lean, but she looks like she's going to run pretty quick, maybe sub 60. Not so bad, eh? Anyway, no one thought he would run 7:48. Wait, Ari should DJ the reception, though. Okay, Mr. CS Martin, let's not glaze Ari's... I like Ari's music, but I'm not listening to Ari's EDM at my wedding. I mean, I'll listen to a few songs, but I'm not letting him. He's not. And also, first of all, Ari's one of my groomsmen, so he's in my wedding, so he is going to be busy. He's not going to be DJing anything. Wild take: Sam Ruthe won't break 7:55. Okay, people. My PR in the 3K is 7:58.08. If Sam Ruthe doesn't break my PR in the 3K, I will order McDonald's and eat a Happy Meal as fast as I possibly can. The dumbest bet of all time. I'm just trying to rip off the top of my head here. If Sam Ruthe doesn't break my PR, naked lap on stream, Loki. Permanent ban, naked lap on stream. Are you down to meet up for all out 3K to see who's the fastest one here? Yeah, the chat. I like that you guys are. I'm glad that you guys are talking, having a good time with each other now. Eyebrows, shave the eye. If Sam Ruthe doesn't break, no, I can't. I can't shave my eyebrows. I'm getting married this year, people. I can't shave my eyebrows. I can't go crazy on the forfeits. Can't go crazy on the forfeits. Anna Hall is officially engaged to be married and showed off the ring. Nice, showed off that ring. That's a prize, bro. Off track here. Does Jakob race this year? No, Jakob's not racing in 2026. He's not racing. He's not running already. 7:35 doesn't seem like a reach. It might not be a reach. When's Keith going to be on the stream? Keith's going to be on the stream soon. Keith actually watches some of the streams, so we might get Keith on a stream for sure soon. When do you want to do your marathon debut? I think CIM 2026. CIM 2026 this year. I want to do the debut. I'm starting to do high mileage. And the thing is, I don't know what I can run. I mean, I need to dip my toes in the marathon sooner than later. Guys, I'll break 9 in the 3200 if Ruthe breaks 7:35. Okay, you got to do it. But okay, so I don't know. Here's the thing. 3:48 in the mile is so fast that 4 flat pace might feel like a jog for Ruthe. I don't know. It might feel like a jog for Ruthe, which would be crazy, but who knows? By the way, men's 400 is about to go off right now. I'm not really, we're not paying too much attention, but the women's mile and the men's mile are next, and then we got the 5K. So we're about to and then we're an hour out from the Sam Ruthe race too. Did Cole Hawker really tweet about your head shave? He didn't tweet about my head shave. He commented on my Instagram post and said he purposely didn't break the record. That mother effer. Cole Hawker, man. He played me like a fiddle. Take down Adam Wood at CIM. Fun fact, actually, low key, 1-0 against Adam Wood. 1-0 against Adam Wood. I beat him at the only half marathon I ever did. But Adam Wood's he's pretty serious though at the marathon. I don't think I would beat him in a marathon. See, my talent only takes me so much in terms of like marathon training. You just have to try so hard, and we all know that I don't like to try. Also, men's first heat is 4. They ran 49.3. Low-key. Prime Spencer's beating these guys. Let's just put it at that. 49.2 open PR. Come at me. Okay. It's also at Boston. We need Ali Spencer versus Adam Mika race. All right. Me and Ali versus Adam and Mika. Ali's beating Mika guaranteed. I mean, that's like almost like Ali wouldn't even entertain that. Ali's like a real pro up here, and then me and Adam are like not even on the screen, and then Mika's like here. So Ali's definitely beating. I mean, relatively, she's destroying Mika, and then Adam. The shorter the event, the better chance I have. Adam probably would beat me in a marathon. Because he's run 2:16, yeah? 2:16 is pretty decent, and I don't have... I mean, I could run that eventually, but the things I don't care. It's the problem, people. The lazy special, the prison special. the commentator special. I'm a bit too lazy, but I'll do it. If I need to do it, I'll do it. You know, when people thought that I was capping that I could run a decent half, but I ran 65. We'll take it. Low-key not even training hard either. Does Cole Hawker even know you? Oh yeah, Cole Hawker. Actually, we do go way back. Cole Hawker and we do go way back. Back in the day, Cooper Tier hit me up in 2020, begging for an invite to our Boulder house party on the 4th of July. So we let him come over. I chirped Cole Hawker's hair at the time because I didn't know who he was. So then I kind of turned Cole Hawker into the villain. Then he became the Olympic champion and record holder. But no, seriously, I mean, everyone knows everyone in the running world. That's how it works. It's very, very tight knit. There's literally two pro runners that I truly have never talked to. Jakob and Kipchoge. Everyone else is you're just people. But yeah, I saw Cole Hawker at USA's. I talked to him a little bit there. We saw him at brunch and we talked. I told him not to fall off his bike because I was worried that he was going to fall off his bike because he does a lot of like biking and stuff. So yeah, I told Hawker just to chill out with the biking stuff, but I was nervous I was going to jinx him. But no, yeah, everyone in the running world knows everyone. Everyone knows everyone. The headset special, the head dent special is insane. Allie is going to finish the Publix half marathon long before me. That's Atlanta this week? Yeah. Wash your face with mayonnaise if Sam Ruth breaks her PR. Dude, if Sam Ruth doesn't break my PR, it means that he broke his leg in the race. You talked to Yared or Hobbs? Yes, I talked to Yared. Actually, here's a funny story about Yared. I feel bad. So, Yared, he lives in Boulder, right? And we see them at the track all the time. And he was doing this insane workout. This was in summer of 2024. And I was asking him about the workout. And also, one of my college teammates took his fifth year at Notre Dame. So I was asking if he knew my teammate. I said, hey, do you know this guy named Connor? But I called him Yared. I said, hey, Yared. And he corrected me. He said, it's Yared. And then it's just, if you ever get the correction, you just know it's over. He hates me for sure. He for sure hates me. In that moment, it was like, and he's probably like, get this fucking YouTuber off my fucking track. So he was like, it's actually Yared. And I was like, oh, you can't come back from that. You can't come back from that. Super nice guy though. And I like wanted to be friendly, but the thing is, guys, the special, there's a certain aura about the special, the athlete special that it's a little bit of the I wouldn't say a menacing aura. It's just like when pros are working out, they don't want to see someone like me. They're like, get this effing YouTuber out of here. You know what I mean? So like they don't necessarily mess with me in that regard. Some of the pros are super chill though, but Hobbs Kessler, yes, I've seen Hobbs Kessler. Have I had a conversation with Hobbs Kessler? Let me think. I saw him at the Wild Duck after the trials in 21 of the years. He might have not even been like 21. I don't think he was drinking or anything, but I've seen him. Also, Hobbs, here's another thing. Hobbs Kessler, his coach is my dad's coach from college. My dad was coached by Ron Warhurst. So like my dad's good friend is Ron Warhurst. So we have that connection as well. So we know all about Kessler and what's going on. And now actually Kessler is coached by Pat Henner, who was the Georgetown coach. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'll tell you, there's a connection with anyone. If you just keep asking me names, I'll try to find one that's not. Coffee club guys seem chill. Yeah, I think so for sure. I just saw Morgan McDonald the other week. I didn't say anything to him because I was sitting in the car because I was so hungry. But we've DM'd a little bit. He's a super cool guy, and yeah, they were trying to maybe have me on their podcast, but they actually didn't. They cut it last second. They're like, actually, we're doing something else. But they had Allie on the podcast. Morgan McDonald seems like super a nice guy, and he's like a chiller. I've talked with Ollie Hoare a couple times. Ollie seems nice as well. I think that he gets the vibe like I'm a poser a little bit, which is fair. I mean, he's a great runner, but I talked to him one time at a track. the thing is, you talk to these pros at the track, and sometimes they're a little bit like, get out of my way. Also, women's 800 or women's mile is going off right now. We should talk about that. Women's mile is going off right now. I got a little distracted talking about my experience with these pros, but I've talked with Centro a couple different times. Centro is a homie. I met Centro in 2016 in DC because his dad was the coach at GW, and we saw him right after he won the Olympics. I got to hold his gold medal, talk to him. I think he's tried to get in my videos at times too. I saw him a couple years ago as well. So Centro's a homie. Okay, women's mile is looking pretty stacked. We got Helen Schlachtenhofen, Rachel MacArthur. Other names that I know in here, maybe Maya Cochran, Vanessa Frazier. So right now they're about 300 into this. Interview your dad on the show. Morgan is self-coached now. Yeah, Morgan is not on the OAC anymore. I could tell you stories about Dathan Ritzenheim. He's a nice guy as well. Okay, women's mile though, coming through in 67 flat through 409 meters. Looking like it's going to be about a 425 race. If they pick it up though, it might be a little faster. The title a little confusing. Sam Ruthe running 3K right now. Is he? No, he's not. Is he? What are you saying? What's this person saying? Am I like wrong? No, Sam Ruthe is running later, I thought. The hell? Anyway. The lettuce special. Did you meet Pavo Nurmi? No, I have not met Pavo Nurmi. 139 through 600. This Harvard girl's in the lead. Then there's a Brooks Beast athlete behind. Stream for races. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I can't actually show you guys the stream. This is the commentary stream. But this is the women's mile. And then after this, we got the men's mile. But again, I don't know what's going on too much in this. I mean, I can tell you what's going on. The women are about to get through 800. I had a little lag on the flow track, but we're back. Looks like they're going to come through 809 meters in 212-ish. So 424 pace right now, pretty fast. Tell us someone in the running world that you hate. No one. I don't hold any hate in my heart. If you hate anyone, then you're weird. You shouldn't be hating on people. I don't hate anyone. I truly don't. I'll try to think of someone that I've beefed with in the past, though. Zach Levitt and I used to beef in like 2018, but then we became friends. Okay, right now it looks like the Brooks Beast athlete is crushing it. She's way out in front. Oh, but she might have been a pacer, actually. Oh, she was a pacer. Rachel MacArthur is leading the pack at a K. Rachel MacArthur is way up front, and yeah. Are you delayed? Am I delayed? I probably am. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, Rachel MacArthur is in the lead right now. 3:20 at 400 to go. Appreciate that, Sam. C-Town fan. I was about a couple minutes delayed. So 400 to go in this women's mile, and then we're going to go on to the men's mile. Think about it. It looks like he's attempting the sub 13. Yeah, the title looks fine. I mean, listen. I mean, if as long as people are coming in here, chatting, and having a good time, we're having a good time. What's your opinion on Run Gum? I think I've never used it, but I think it's probably pretty good. Anyway, Rachel MacArthur is coming up on the bell lap. She's coming through in 3:54. 3:54 at the bell. Rachel MacArthur's got about 10-meter lead on the rest of the field. Looks like she's going to win this race, but she might tie up in the end. It's hard to tell. If she can run 4:25, 4:26, that'd be a pretty solid day for her. So Rachel MacArthur, 100 meters to go, around 4:10-ish. So she looks like she's probably going to run 4:25-ish, maybe a little slower, but she's finishing up now. One athlete's catching up. It looks like Rachel MacArthur is going to hang on to this thing. She's going to take the win, 4:26.67. So Rachel MacArthur takes the win in that 4:26. Pretty solid day for her. That's not so bad. Now we got the men's mile. I'll make sure that the men's mile is not delayed. And I'll tell you guys who's in the men's mile too. And then after the men's mile, people, we're about to, the men's. Wait, why is there such a? I guess there's like a 15-minute delay. After the men's mile, we have like 15 minutes before the men's 5K. So that's good. We can keep chatting. What do you think of Marco Langdon? I can't figure out the deal with him, because I do think that his like persona is super super cringe, but if it is who he truly is, then I think it's kind of funny, and like I kind of respect the fact that he's like the villain. And I do also appreciate he's like, listen, I'm just doing this for my mom and my younger sister. I'm trying to make money for them. You can't knock that. I mean, what am I going to talk shit about the fact that he's just trying to make money for his family? I don't know too many other, like guys who publicly talk like that. So I respect it. Oh, there's another heat of the women's mile right now. Okay, that would have been nice to know that. We're just gonna chat. I'm not commentating this women's mile. It's like we're not gonna commentate this women's mile. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, Rachel McArthur took the win there. How many times did you get the American Standard for your events? I went to the U.S. meet. I qualified for the U.S. championship meet twice. I only went one time. I went for the 1K, which is a little cringe. Indoor US 1K in 2019. I qualified for USA's in the 1500 in 2019, but I didn't end up running it because my coach didn't want the USA's that year was in like July, and we had cross country coming up in the fall, so I did not end up even running it, which is funny because that was the only outdoor US meet that I ever qualified for, and I didn't end up racing it because I was like, well, I'll just race the trials next year. But then I just never made the trials. So a little sad. It's a little lesson. You don't know what you have till you don't, but we're still here. The athlete special still in town here, still doing it. Without naming the person, say the worst interaction you've had with a pro runner. I don't know if I want to say. I don't want to like. I don't know. There's just been, I would say generally, I would get the sense there was a certain type of pro athlete that would have a superiority complex over me, because in general these pros were like insecure, I guess, themselves, and they would want to like social climby pros who are like just a little bit cringe in general would be the thing that I would always be a little cringed out by. Like the type of pros who only want to talk to people who are like as good as them or better than them, and then anyone who's not as good, they like look at like their shit. It's like, bro, like it's running. Let's calm down a little bit here. And like the best athletes aren't that way. So that's like, in my opinion, why it's like cringe that some of these like mid-tier pros are like very, very, they're just very insecure. But that, I'll leave it at that with that. How much time does 90 and 180 cost you in a 5K race? Oh, the turns. How much does a 90-degree turn and 180-degree turn? I'd say a 90-degree turn costs like maybe a second. 180 low-key like 3 or 4 seconds, because the turning around sucks. You're just like, oh. And then you have to like fully turn around and restart. It's not fun. Should I run this when the stream is turned on? Yeah, or should I run with the stream turned on? For sure. If you want to just listen to this, and if you guys are like if you're listening to this and you're not, and I'm not live right now, then shout out to you, because you guys can always just listen to me yapping. You can play the VODs back or go on my clips channel if you want to listen to the streams back, because I mean, we're really just chatting, having a good time with each other. What runner has the most aura? We actually talked about this. Well, we said Usain Bolt had the most. I had my top 5 aura list. We said Usain Bolt is number 1. I think we said Kipchoge is number 2. I think Kipchoge current day has the most aura. And then we said number 3 is Prefontaine. Number 4 is, I don't remember who we had as 4. And then number 5 was El Garouge. Oh, I think number 4 we had Roger Bannister. So that was my top 5 aura list. Fun fact, Indian men's marathon record is slower than women's world record. Yeah, I guess that's interesting. India is not that fast at running historically. They're not that fast historically. Maybe they'll get good at some point. Thought you did post college, but didn't submit your time. That would have been 2019 for the USA's. Yeah, I did. That was in 2019. So that was before my 5th year of college. So it would have been after my senior year. Do you have any specific running goals right now? A certain time goal or race goal you're working towards? Yeah, so right now, what's going on? David, active on the treadmill right now. That's nice. Okay, right now my running goal, I'm doing a 5K like on some crazy fast like racetrack in 2 weeks in Europe. In 2 weeks, 2 weeks-ish, 2 to 3 weeks-ish. Then I'm actually doing a mile in Alaska at some point in March. Allie dragged me into that. I'm doing a mile race in Alaska in March. It's going to be tough. By the way, this women's mile is section 2 is finishing up soon. So we're going to start the men's miles is coming up in a second. So yeah. And then the goal, I think April, I'm going to run a 5K on the track. Plus I'll be doing sprinkling in some road races on the track as well. And then I really want to do well in the Boulder 10K this year. Do a couple more, maybe 2 5Ks on the track this spring. I really want to break 14, but I'm just not close in shape right now. And then I think that no matter where I'm at, 5K shape by June or July, I gotta lock into like half marathon and marathon training because I do want to run a half marathon and marathon this year. Like I want to do CIM. So I'm going to need to do a half marathon in the fall. So I've got a lot of goals going on right now. A lot of things going on. Female Aura rankings. Keely Hodgkinson right now is number 1 for sure on the Aura rankings. Sydney McLaughlin, obviously number 1 for real though on the Aura rankings. Low key, Sha'Carri Richardson's got insane Aura. Pravej Khan sold Indians chances. I know. The fastest Indian of all time, and then he's just caught for EPO is just such a tough go. Will George break 4? No, George is retired. George is retired. My dog, Georgie, my wiener dog, he's run 4:47, but he's retired. Stefan Hassan, a million Aura. I don't think Stefan Hassan has that much Aura. Let's be honest. I feel like she's kind of boring. You should run the Fairfield half, June 7th. It's a great race. That seems tough. Fairfield, Connecticut, June 7th. That's gonna be hot. Anyway, men's mile has the men's mile? No, it hasn't started yet, has it? No, I'm locked in right now. Men's mile is about to go off, people. Men's mile is about to go off, but I appreciate the check-in there, Quinn. Men's mile is now live. It hasn't. I don't think it's. I mean, maybe the live results are posted, but the men's mile. Okay, it's one of those things where it's going off right now, but they're interviewing someone. Just so classic flow track. I don't need to see this interview. Sophia Gorigan is getting interviewed from Harvard. Gorigan. But men's mile is off. Okay, men's mile is off right now. Locked in. Coming up on 200 in a second. Coming up at 200 in a second. I'll let you guys know where we're at. We got Sam Tanner in this field. I've got my money on Sam Tanner. Ooh, Waleed's in this race too. I got a couple people I know. Pacer takes him through in 28 high through 409. Sam Tanner's the first one off the Pacer. Then we got a couple athletes further back. We got my boy Waleed Suleiman. We got my boy Sam Ellis in this. We've got Casey Neville-Bard in this race. This is a very good race. We got a bunch of other Virginia Tech athletes in this race, so you know that any athlete that's coached by Ben Thomas is definitely good. So men's mile, though, coming through 409 meters. This athlete takes him through in 57 high through 409. That is very fast. This is a fast race. Sam Tanner is in very good shape, so I think that this is going to be a very, very fast time. I think Jack Antsey is in second place. He's the Under Armour athlete. Then there's a little gap back to Waleed Suleiman and Sam Ellis for third and fourth, and there's also a Virginia Tech athlete back there as well. But coming through, we're about to get through 600. The Pacer from Virginia Tech is leading. He's going to take him through 609 meters in 126 flat. 126 flat-ish through 609. And it's Sam Tanner. I would say about a gap the length of a foot is opened up a little bit on the Pacer, but they're still hanging in there. And right now it's Sam Tanner, Jack Antsey, I think. I hope that's Jack Antsey. I do believe it is Jack Antsey. The Pacer steps off at 750 meters. And now it's all Sam Tanner. Sam Tanner up front, and he's going to come through 809 meters and 155 high, 156 flat. Sam Ellis of On is going to sneak up into third place now, and we also have Waleed sneaking up there as well as another Adidas athlete. But right now, Sam Tanner leads. Looks like, honestly, Jack Yancey is in the money spot. He's a little bit chomping at the bit behind Sam Tanner. I think Sam Tanner is going to have a very, very hard time winning this race, as he's the one who's had to be the sacrificial lamb up front. But Yancey is now taking it with a K in. They're going to come through a K in 225. So that's really like, 1,009 meters. So 3 laps to go. I'm predicting they're going to run around 351 mid. Sam Ellis is now in second place. He's got a very good kick. He's an On athlete who's also run 145-ish in the 800, and he's right in there behind the leader. They're almost coming up at 1,200 now. Jack Yancey still leads this thing out. He looks very, very good. He's from Under Armour. There's also an Atlanta Track Club athlete in third place, and the rest of the field is pulling back. It's over for Sam Tanner. He's way back now, but they came through 1,200 and 254, 255-ish, so pretty fast. Jack Yancey seems to be lengthening the lead on the field. He looks very, very strong. He's starting to power away right now. And I think Eduardo Herrera, I believe, is now moving his way up into third, but Jack Yancey still leads with Sam Ellis in second place. Yancey is now coming up on the bell, 319, 20, 21, 322 high, 322 high at the bell, 322 high, 323 flat. I believe he's going to run around 350 high. He looks very, very good right now. I really hope that this is Jack Yancey, because I would have been calling this athlete the wrong name the whole time, but he's in first place. There's a slew of athletes back, and it's all Yancey, though, for sure at this point. It's all Yancey. Ugh. And he's about to be finishing up. He got 5 seconds to go. 347, 348, 349, 350, 351, 352, 4. A little slower than I expected. A little slow, a little rusty on the commentating there. I thought he looked good at the bell, but we'll get the official results in a second. Sam Tanner way back, 403. The sacrificial lamb can't do it. Jack Yancey takes the win. 352.4, Eduardo Herrera, 353.05, James Gormley, 353.3, Sam Ellis, 353.5, Aiden Ryan, 353, Waleed, 354, Nicholas Plant, 354, Casey Nevelvar, 55, Dahlquist, 55. So yeah, okay, that was the men's mile. There's going to be one more heat of this men's mile before we get into the big 5K, people. Ooh, the big 5K. The big 5K we got in about 10-ish minutes. So that was a good mile, though. That was W's or L's on that commentary. Did you guys enjoy that, or was that a little rusty? Was I a little rusty on that? I'm a little, I don't know. I feel like my commentary was a bit off on that. I'm trying to lock in for it. It's the mile's so fun to commentate on, though, because that was like what I would call like another B tier pro list. Like none of those guys really would be expected to make a Olympic team or expected to make a world team, but interestingly, in this second heat of the men's mile, we got Joe Wascom in this second heat of the men's mile. I don't know why he's in this heat too. He might be pacing this. I don't know, because why would Joe Wascom be in the second heat of this race when he's very fast? I don't know what's going on, people. Are you looking like the "my students are all morons" guy? You were looking like the "my students are all morons" guy. I look like Walter White is who I look like. I look like Walter White. Oh, Breaking Bad is so good. Okay, Joe Wascom's in this race. He's got to be pacing. I would put my money on Joe Wascom pacing. I don't know why he's in this race because, well, there's a bunch of good athletes in this race too. Charlie O'Donovan, Clay Pender, Simeon Birnbaum. I don't think he's in this race. I don't see him on the start. He must have not been in this race because he was in the DMR earlier. Okay, we got another heat of this men's mile, though. It doesn't seem like Wascom's pacing. So Joe Wascom, for those of you who don't know, he's an athlete from University of Washington. I think he's a 1 or 2-time NCAA champ, but I don't know why he's in this heat too. He must be just out of shape trying to work his way back into something. Oh, there's 4 sections of the men's mile. Oh, no. I can't do 4 sections of this men's mile. It's actually so tough. I really just am locking in for that men's 5K coming up. Okay, well, guys, A little pivot here. The section 2 of this men's mile is it's not lit. They're not running fast. They are really chilling right now. They're gonna run like 60 through 400 probably. So they're chilling. They'll probably run sub 4, but I'll talk to you guys while this race is going on. I mean, this race isn't the good heat already happened, so this is just sort of the other stuff. You look like Lance Armstrong. I'll take that as a compliment, honestly. Lance Armstrong, he might be a doper, but he's a good-looking guy. Grow the beard. Dude, I think the beard might have to grow out for sure. The name of this meet is the Saucony Battle for Boston at the Boston University track. They're coming through 600 in 129 through 609, so they're probably going to end up... I would predict... I don't know who's going to win. I would assume Joe Wascom's going to win this race, but who knows? If he's in Heat 2, it means he's probably not in, like, good shape right now. Yeah, that was an interesting last race, I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised that... Well, Sam Tanner he clearly is... He's probably a little tired. This trip out here has been probably tough on the body, but okay, men's Heat 2 of the mile. They came through 809 meters in 159 high. They're probably going to burn up this last 800. Joe Wascom looks really good right now. I've got my money on him. There is an Under Armour athlete up front, but this pace is starting to bunch. I think that this pace is just too slow for all of these athletes, so we'll see what ends up happening here. You need to break 4:15 in Alaska. I think I will be able to do that. I think I'll be able to break 4:15 in Alaska. Coming through the K in 2:30, so we're just waiting for someone to make a move here. Looks like there's a Atlanta Track Club athlete who's chomping at the bit. He's going to take the lead now. Don't know who he is, but Joe Wascom's going to swing around and tuck right in behind him in second place. Again, I would be shocked if Joe Wascom doesn't pull off the win in this race. I know maybe he's not fit, but him being in Heat 2, he should have been in Heat 1. He got a little snubbed. Coming through in 2:59, and Joe Wascom comes out of the bell, or comes out of that last 400 ripping an immediate 5-meter gap. Joe Wascom is pushing hard. Finally, an athlete does respond from Virginia, but Joe Wascom looks very, very strong right now. He clearly went into this race just trying to get the dub. I don't know why. Maybe he missed his heat or something, but Joe Wascom has opened this thing up like a hot can of whoop ass. Coming through 1400 and 327 mid. Joe Wascom's going to run 354 right now. He is flying, people. Joe Wascom is flying. I called it from the start. The athlete special, just the perfect predictor. Joe Wascom's got about a 40-meter lead on second place, and he was pumping his arms. He was jogging this race, and then he just took off with 400 to go. Okay, he's coming up at the finish line now. 350, 51, 52, 53, 54.7. Joe Wascom, 354.7. He closes his race in a 54 flat. He looked fantastic in the end. I have no clue what happened there. I called it from before. I said, why is Joe Wascom in Heat 2 and he's one of the best pros in this whole event? Officially, they're going to say 355.18, so probably a 55 last lap for him. But what was that? Can we get some answers in the chat? What happened, people? What was the deal with that? Why was Joe Wascom in Heat 2 of that? There's 2 more sections of this men's mile. I'm going to take a piss real quick, but when I come back, someone explain to me why Joe Wascom was in Heat 2 of that, because he just walked away from the field and won that so easily. Heat 3 of the mile coming up. I don't really care about it. And then we got Heat 4. And then finally, we got the men's 5K. Woody Kincaid, Parker Wolf, Evans Karui, and Nagia Mori from Japan. We're back. Okay, there's two more heats of these men's miles. I'm gonna go ahead and just hide that text on screen because we're gonna be casually commentating over them. I don't care about these races too much though. What we care about is the men's 5K. We care about the men's 5K. Okay, so guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the men's 5K. Let's get my athlete special predictions in here. Men's 5K is coming up soon, but yeah, there's a men's mile going on right now. Whatever, that's going to be on in the background. But this big 5K, they're saying that the notable athletes are Woody Kincaid, Parker Wolf, Evans Karui from Washington State, and Nagia Marie from Japan. So I don't really know. I feel like I've heard the name Evans Karui. He sounds good. And then Nagia Marie, is he a Japanese athlete has he sub 13 before? I don't know. You need to find a dark horse to upset Wolf in the 5K. I don't think there is a dark horse to upset Wolf in the 5K. I think Parker Wolf. All right, here we go. My final prediction for this 5K is this. Okay. Parker Wolf is going to have to take it at 3K. They're going to come through 3K in 7:53. Parker Wolf's going to have to take it for the final 2K. He's going to slowly inch his way ahead of the field, and he's going to run his last mile. He's going to run in 4:02, and he's going to end up running 12:54.81. Someone put that down in the chat right now, and we'll mark it up for later. The athlete special's predicting 12:54.81 for Parker Wolf. Listen, he's fit. He's been running well. He just hasn't been in the right race. He's been running well. He just hasn't been in the right race. Pee your pants instead of going. No. High school Brian Burns is the Heat 4 looking to break 4. Okay, good. Thanks, Isaac. We'll keep an eye on that for Heat 4. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. We'll turn on Heat 4 the mile in a couple minutes. Parker with 12:58 win. I'm saying 12:54.81. 12:49 is your prediction, Dylan or Dolan Owens. If you're hosting a track meet, what music are you playing? I need to know. If I'm hosting a track meet, I'm playing some Drake music for sure to hype up the crowd. Maybe some EDM, but not too cringe on the EDM. Parker Wolf is going to have to grind hard by himself for a long time to break 13. For sure, Gonder, he is going to have to grind hard. But if there is anyone who is good at that type of thing, it is Wolf. You know, Wolf is a grindy guy. Like, he's very good at cross country. Fantastic at cross country, actually. I don't want to sell him short. He's fantastic at cross country. Oh, the current heat going on right now, there's a high schooler trying to break 4. Well, they're coming up on the bell right now at 2:59, and I don't know where the high schooler is, but there's a couple Boston College athletes right now who are running pretty quick, but that's the only thing that's going on in this men's mile. Okay, Parker's been training since he got injured before NCAA, so he's super fit. Yeah, he's super fit. I'm telling you, people, Parker Wolf, 12:54.81. You heard it here first. I'm usually very good on my predictions. With the people up top, my predictions are very good. Also, someone back there did answer my question on Joe Wascom. Joe has been off the back for a year plus, but his seed time should have been good enough to get him into the final. I agree, or the fast heat, yeah. Anyway, this men's mile heat 3 looks like a BC athlete is going to pull it off the win. There might be a low-key high schooler who's like going to run sub 4. What's the high school kid who's trying to break 4? What's the high school kid who's trying to break 4? Because there looks like there's an athlete who looks young in second place. He might have just done it, and I just did not at all hype you guys up. Ooh, I don't know who that was, but Brian Burns might have just broke 4. So that might have been the worst comment. Some kid who I just did not recognize ran pretty fast. No, it was not Brian Burns. Michael Tonkovich got second place in that. I don't know where Brian Burns finished. The results are kind of not doing a good thing right now. But let me put the 5K on the screen right now, because got one more heat of this men's. One more heat of this men's mile, and then we're locking in for the 5. One more heat of the men's mile, and then we're locking in for the 5. Oh, he ran 4 flat 0.3. Tough. That is a bit tough. That's very tough. That is tough. There's so many Boston College athletes in this. So many. Put a little dirt. Hey, hey, in the chat, do you guys know this song? This little put a little dirt under your pillow for the dirt man, in case he comes to town. Do you guys know that? The kid from my high school made that song. Kid from my high school made that song. If you guys know that little, like, the dirt man, Carter Vale went to my high school. He's famous now. Pretty cool. Well, it looks like Dylan Tinger said no. One more key to the men's mile, and then we got the men's 5K to get hyped up for. Men's 5K. You know what I will actually say here? Put this on here. This will be good. Put a little dirt under your pillow for the dirt man. Oh, I like that up there. Okay. Have you ever thought of high school coaching at Boulder or Niwot? No. Here's the thing. I don't trust myself enough to be a coach. But I don't know. I mean, I like, the thing is, I also, it would be a hard thing to do while I do YouTube stuff as well. Coaching would be hard to do, just because I can't have kids in my videos. And I have to be a bit more professional. But I am with the times. I'm definitely not unk status. Hang up the sign, Allie got you. I will. Dude, it has been a very, very busy weekend, Gianna. Busy all day yesterday, all day today. I did a 5-mile race yesterday. Actually, I did watch an episode of Breaking Bad, but I was under the sink, fixing stuff in the sink with Allie's mom. Yesterday was very busy. Today was extremely busy. Tomorrow, another day is going to be very busy. I'm just the busy special for sure. The 3K with Sam Ruthe is after the men's 5. There is a women's 3K before it though. This is actually, I feel like this is running a little late, don't we think? I'm still alive, right? Like, or am I behind on this? Am I behind? I feel like, for those of you who are also watching this, yeah, I feel like the 5K should have already started, but they're doing 4 sections of this mile. Just brutal. Ever thought of joining the enhanced games and seeing what you can run? Park run, world record. No, I was thinking though, I wanted to run, there was like if you've seen the documentary Icarus, I thought it was really cool. I was like, damn, what if I just like publicly start doping on my YouTube channel and like literally like make it as public as possible, like show you guys me like taking EPO and just see like what is like a former like sub-elite runner capable of doing if he dopes. Because like what if I doped like publicly and showed you guys like how good I got, and what if I got like pretty good, but what if I also just didn't get that good? That was why I was like, how cringe would it be if I like doped and ran like 4:15 in the mile? Like, it's like, yeah, I guess I just suck even with the EPO. So I ended up scratching that idea also because I don't want to have long-term health ramifications. Like, people who dope, like it's not illegal just because it's not banned just because it makes you faster. It's banned because it's terrible for you. Doping is not good. Anyway, these guys in this final heat of the mile are coming. They're about to get to the bell lap in 3:34, so he'll probably run like 4:04 for the win. But we're about to lock in for this men's 5K. Guys, the men's 5K is starting soon. Can you guys please, can someone in the chat let me know what pace 13 flat is for 400s? We need a nerd in the chat. Get nerd, runner nerd who's watching this right now. What pace is sub 13 pace for 400 splits? We need it. Come on, let's get on it. Get on it right now. I know someone's got the 63.74. Just let us know. Let us know. If you say it, I would maybe mod you. Just let me know what pace is sub 13 pace for 400s. What pace? Someone in the chat, let us know. So I know if you're a nerd, and trust me, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I wish I was a nerd. I wish I was smart. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Verbo video 62s. Nick Bosa 62.34. 62.4. Probably like 62. So you got the nerds who got the. Give me the exact 100th. Okay, thank you. Thank you. W nerds. W nerds in the chat. W nerds. W nerds. Yeah. Kiwi mate. 62.345 to be precise. 67. 67. I might actually have to just end it because I did that. I might have to end it. Okay, we're getting all these different. Okay, so 62.3-ish. 62.3. Oh, we got a lot of people actually do. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, cool. 62.3-ish. Okay, it's 62.4 exactly. Whatever. 411 mile pace. All right, people. Wow, dude, why is this literally? It tries to lag behind. It's so annoying. I'm seeing Sam Ruthe right now in the warm-up area. Are they doing the 3K first? Is anyone else watching this? Is anyone else? Because there's Sam Ruthe. I'm looking at Sam. I wish I could turn the stream on. Maybe we can do the little sunglasses trick here. Let's do the sunglasses trick. Okay. Do we see? Am I the only one who sees? Is that Ruthe? Oh, okay. Here we go. 5K starting. 5K. Okay. 5K starting soon. Okay. Woody Kincaid, Parker Wolf, Evans Karui, Nagiu Mori. Those are the four who are really good. AJ Ernst, I bet he's pacing. AJ Ernst, I bet he's pacing. Abdi Nur is in this as well. Abdi Nur got his doors blown off by Big Daddy Drew Hunter, the daddy, last week. The daddy. Okay, 31.16 per 2. Okay, they're off, people. The men's 5K is off. The men's 5K is off. This is going to be a long commentary. I'll tell you that right now. Long commentary. Lock in for the athlete special long commentary. Sub 13 5K attempt. It looks like we got AJ Ernst from, I think he lives in Rhode Island. I'm not sure, but he's the pacer. He's a great pacer. He's done a good job in the past for these things, so I do trust AJ Ernst. 31 lows is what we need. 62 fours, to be precise, is what we need. They're through in 30 high through 200, 30 high, 31-ish. Abdi Nur, second one back. Is Abdi Nur a pacer? If Abdi Nur is a pacer, that would be great for us. If Abdi Nur is a pacer, that would be great for us because Parker Wolf locked in, looking majestic. And then we got, after Wolf, we've got Mr. Woody Kincaid. Woody Kincaid literally at this point needs a cane. He looks like he's about to take a crap out there always. His form is just insane. 62 3-ish through 400. I had like a half-second lag there, but I'm too scared to. No, it's still live. It's still live. So right on. We're right on. Right on. Okay, we're right on, people. We're looking good. AJ Ernst doing a good job. We need 62 lows per lap. 62 lows per lap. What are we saying? Bruh. What, bruh? Abdi Nur, second place. 132 high through 600. 132 high, 133-ish. Final prediction for those of you who are hopping in right now. I believe that Parker Wolf is going to run 12:54.81. You heard it here first. This is live, so my take might be wrong, but we'll find out. We will find out. I think Abdi Nur might be pacing, people. If Abdi Nur is pacing, then I will take that any day of the week. Okay, coming through 800 meters, and it looks like 2032. 2032 through 800 meters. that seems pretty fine in my opinion. That's actually a little fast. That's a little, actually that's a little fast. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're looking for 62 fours for 400. So yeah, we're in it right now. We're in it. Okay. Coming through a K pretty soon. We still got AJ Ernst, then Nur, then Parker Wolf, then Kincaid. 235 through 1K. Just a nice little pack. I think that this is the pack. We got Ernst pacing. We got Nur in second. Dude, if Nur is pacing, then we actually could see something special here. I don't know if he is, but if Nur is pacing, we could see something special. Third place, we've got Parker Wolf. Fourth place, we've got Woody, Woody is just trying to pull off the side of the track and take a crap right now with that form. But the thing is, Woody, unbelievable. 306 through 1200. Woody still in fourth place. A little half step gap to Evans Karui, but no, he's right back on it. And then Nagiu Mori is in this as well. A nice condensed small field, everyone's just tucked in nicely. Coming up on 1400 in a little bit here. Everyone coming up on 1400 here. And that is what we're doing. Oh, AJ Ernst is getting a little stepped on, but 1400, we are at 338. Is that too slow or are we good? Are we good right now? You said 411 pace is what we need for sub 13. I think that we're good, but 307, 308-ish. We're going to get our 1600 split pretty soon. Ernst still looking good. I'm seeing Mike Smith shaking his head right now. Mike Smith's probably pissed off about something, but he's always pissed off, but it is what it is. Okay, Parker Wolf looks great. Parker Wolf's just chilling. He's got that nice sway. Coming through 1600 in 410. 410.5 at 1600. And the whole pack is together nicely. I think that that's fine, right? 410 is fine. Slightly behind. Okay, someone tell me right now in the chat while we're doing this, what pace do they need for 1600? Is that, I'm so bad with math. I thought that 410, I guess, yeah, 410s, yeah, probably need like 410, 409, I don't know. But Ernst is still hanging in there at 1800, and the pack all remains the same. We got Nur, Wolf, Kincaid, Karui, and Mori, the Japanese athlete. They all look good still. Ernst is a good pacer. I trust him. It looks like he might be a little bit off on the pace lights, but I'm really hoping Abdi Nur is pacing this race, because if Abdi Nur is pacing, then we're in a good position. But we're about to come up to 2,000 meters. About to come up to 2,000 meters, so we can start to do the math a little bit. 5:13 through 2K. I don't like it. I don't like it. We need someone to run 7:47 to break 13 for their last 3K. And immediately Nur is gapping the field. The only person to go with Abdi Nur at 2K is Parker Wolf. Guys, this is going to be a long battle out for a while. I think Nur hopefully is pacing this thing. Hopefully Nur is pacing, but we're going to get to 2,200 meters. And it's going to be confusing for a while, but the 3K split will be good. 2,200 meters, 544. 2,200 meters, 544. So 544 at 2,200. I think that we're in a pretty good spot right now. They're probably going to come through 3K in like 750, but 2,200 meters in 544. And it is all Nur and Wolf. I think that Nur picked it up when the other pacer stepped off. I don't know if Nur is pacing or if he's doing whatever, but they're going to come through 6:14 through 2,400 meters. That means that they are picked it up. They're running 30 highs now, people. They are running 30 highs. It is only Abdi Nur, and behind him is Parker Wolf. Mike Smith barking out commands to the two boys, but they're going to come up at 2,600 soon. So they're halfway done right now in 6:31. They are right on pace for 13 flat. 6:31 at the halfway point. Right on pace. It's all Nur and Wolf. This is hoping to be a setup for Wolf. 2,600 meters is going to be 6:46. That's another 31-ish flat lap. We'll take that any day of the week, people. 2,600, 31 flat. Nur still leads, and Wolf is just tucked in behind him. He looks like he's just very fine, chilling right there. A little bit further back is the Washington State athlete, Karui. but he's way off it from here. They're getting close to 2,800 meters now, and Nur still leads. Parker Wolf is looking, he looks asleep. That's good, though. You want Parker Wolf to be sleeping right now. That's a 7:17 through 2,800. I don't like it. I don't like it. That was probably a 31.5 or 32 lap. They need to pick it up here. They need to pick it up. We're going to come up to 3K pretty soon. I'm assuming they're going to come through 3K in 7:49-ish, but potentially maybe a little faster. But we just got to keep thinking about it. We want 30 highs from here on out. We want 30 highs from here on out, people. But they're on pretty much 13:02 pace right now. About to come up to 3K. They are 7:49 at 3K. 7:49 at 3K. We are going to need our last 2K to be 5:11, I believe. 5:11 last 2K to break 13. I think that that's very doable. I predicted Wolf would run 12:54.81, so we would like to see that. All right, guys, for those high schoolers out there, they're about to come up at 3,200 meters, so just laugh at how fast this is. Imagine running this for 3,200 and having another 1,800 meters to go. 3,200 meters, they're about to come up at 8:21 at 3,200 meters. 8:21. It looks like Nur is going wide a little bit right now. I don't think that Nur was finishing this race. No, okay, it looks like Wolf is taking it now. Nur is going to tuck in behind him. He might, no. It's over for Nur. It's over for Nur. It's all Parker Wolf from here on out. So 3,200. He's going to come up on a mile to go right here. 1,600 to go. Nur is done. Nur is done. Wolf is alone. Wolf is alone. He is 8:53 with 1 mile to go, or 1,600 meters to go. So what is that? 3,400 meters? 3,400 meters, 8:54. So he needs to run like a 4:07 to break 13. I think he's got it in the bag. I think he's got sub 13 in the bag, but how fast does he go, people? Holy clout check. I think I'm going to get my prediction exactly correct. It's insane how smart I am. I don't know, though. Wolf, it's hard to tell what Wolf's at. Okay, now we are 1,400 left, and he's at 924. So 924. We're hoping that he keeps running 30 highs. If he can keep running 30 highs, then he should be in a good position. But my brain is starting to hurt. But it's all Parker Wolf now, and he's going to be coming up on 1,200 soon. He's going to be coming up on 1,200 soon. So we'll get that. He's going to be under 10 minutes at 1,200. That's all you guys have to know. He's going to be under 12 minutes at 1,200 to go. 9:55 with 1,200 to go. He needs to run 3:05 to break 13. Guys, he might be able to just run 60 flats. If he can run 60 flats right now, he looks strong. He looks floaty. He's floating nicely. 12:55 if he runs 60 flats from here on out. He looks really good, people. He's getting close to a K out now. He's getting close to a K out. He's looking good. Still looking good. Looking very strong. He's going to come through. Of course, it's lagging right now. He's going to come through 1K to go. 10:25.99 with a K to go. 1K to go. 10:25.99. He's running 60 flats, people. Parker Wolf is running 60 flats. The athlete special prediction is actually going to come true. It's insane how smart I am. But 12:55 pace right now. Okay, he's about to come up on 800 to go, people. 800 to go, and right now, 10:53, 54, 55, 56. 10:56 with 800 meters to go, people. If he can close this thing up in a 2 flat, then we should get a 12:56. But I do think he might have more in the tank. He might have more in the tank to be able to run a little bit quicker. Parker Wolf, he's still pushing on. He looks good, but he's hurting. He's hurting for sure. If we can get a fast last lap, we will get pretty close to my prediction. But okay, we're getting close to 600. This is going to be a telling lap if he's still on it or not. He looks like he's hurting a lot now. 11:27 flat at 600 to go. Come on, Parker. You got to pick it up a little bit here. Pick it up, Parker. Okay, he needs 1:33 last 600. I think, in my opinion, I think he's going to break 12 or 13 for sure. But how fast can he go? How fast can he go, people? 500 meters to go. He's still pushing, but the thing is, when you're just, the pace lights are starting to get away from him. I'm getting a little nervous, people. 11:52, 53, 400 to go, and they're about to lap Woody. 11:58 with 400 to go. 11:58 with 400 to go. He's going to have to go around Woody. You better get in lane 2, Woody. Oh, they're not going to get in lane 2 for him. They're not going to. Are they going to? No, he's going to have to swing wide. Fudge. He's going to have to swing wide on these guys. Christ, get out of his way. Okay. Coming up on 300 to go. He's pushing hard, but again, it's going to be real close, people. If he can break this, I think he's going to break 13, but it's going to be close. Okay, here we go. 12:28 at the bell. 12:28 at the bell. If he pushes this thing home, I'm seeing a 12:57, maybe a 12:56 if he really gets it going. At the bell right now, 150 to go. He's going to the arms. The head is swinging like ever. He looks great though. Parker Wolf, can he be the next American to break 13 in the 5K? It looks all but sealed up for him. He's getting a little bit of that booty lock, but he is pushing. He's coming up close to the finish line now. 12:54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 12:59, sub 13, barely gets under it, but okay, people. Congratulations. Official time 12:59.09 for Parker Wolf. Fantastic race for him. And wow, great. Sub 13 for Parker Wolf. What a fantastic race. He laps every single other athlete in the field besides one. Fantastic finish for him. Now the Washington State guy is going to finish it up. He's going to run 13:27. Woody's going to run 13:30. And the Japanese athlete is going to run 13:32, but it's the Parker Wolf show. Let me just say this, people. My prediction, I predicted 12:54.81. I was a little off. He had to fight for a lot of it alone, and the race went similarly to how I thought it would, but hats off to Parker Wolf. Sub 13 in that 5K, 12:59.09. First takeaway from it, he's tough as shit. He had to lead that thing out for about the last 2K-ish or last 1,600. Abdi Nur was leading until 32, and then Parker had to run the last 1,800 of that race alone. So W's in the chat for Parker. I will say a couple of people in my chat did predict 12:58, so I was very impressed with your predictions. I predicted a little bit faster. I think that it was just a grind, that last finish. That finish was super brutal, just having to like keep it going. Brutal, but I would say for him to still hang in there and get it done, it didn't look like the energy was there. It just looked very difficult, and he just hung in there and just ran like 31 or 30 point high, 31. Most of his last laps must have been just very consistent. So great race for Parker Wolf. I would have been shocked if he didn't break 13, so I knew that was coming. Which American is he to break 13? Is he like top 10 for it? You have to shave your eyebrows now. No, I'm not shaving my eyebrows. I mean, my prediction wasn't terrible. We do have a women's 3K, but I'm not super interested in this race, low-key. We're going to still talk about the men's 5. Hey, Skippy, $5 super chat. I'm on mod time. Let's make it happen. All right, well, I'll mod you after this. I'll mod you after this, Skippy. I will. I actually will. I actually will. Because you actually watch all the streams. Hold on. Let me just mod you now, Skippy. I'll mod you. I want to be able to mod you in a way that's not... Yeah, here we go. Okay, people. You see? Skippy is a mod. Skippy is officially a mod. A standard mod now. Skippy, you've done it. You're a mod now. I don't know what powers you have exactly, but... Don't overstay your welcome here. Skippy is now a mod. He paid his way for the mod. No, I'm kidding. I mean, Skippy just is in every stream, but whatever. Skippy, you are a mod. I don't know what you can do or what you can't, but anyway. All right, people. There's a women's 3K going on. I'll sort of check in here and there with it, but I'm not super interested in it because there's only one event left on the track that I really care about, and that event is the men's 3K. Sam Ruthe, Ernest Chariot, Matt Strangio, Brian Masai, Parker Stokes, and Jean-Simon Descahanes. But the story is Sam Ruthe. The story is simply Sam Ruthe. Do not mess with Skippy in the chat. Skippy, clean up so this is your job, Skippy. If people are getting up, like, people, don't let people spam, don't let people be annoying, but you know what to do, Skippy. Skippy's like a Let's Run troll. but he's like the perfect person to mod because he's in every. I mean, Skippy's on my Wednesday streams hanging out. So anyway, do well by me, Skippy. I have no clue Skippy is IRL, but we have a good internet relationship. But okay, people, let's chat right now. Let's chat. Everyone, say what you need to say. Let's say what we need to say about that 5K. Let's say what we need to say about that 5K before we get into this 3K talk. Let's talk about it, because give me some takes or anything. We'll talk about it while this women's 3K is going on. So, Parker Wolf, 12:59. Parker Wolf runs 12:59. One of still under 10 Americans, I think, to break 13. But I would say that, does that change anything? First of all, that probably means Parker Wolf won't run USAs next week, right? I feel like this is his big race. Parker Wolf is almost certainly not running USAs now. I'm surprised it was that hard for Parker to get subs 13, especially on BU. You know what, Verbo? I agree with that. I think that he realized it was going to be harder than he maybe thought it was, but he still got it done. What matters is that he got it done. I think he can run a lot faster, and he just needed this for confidence. I agree with that. They were lagging a bit on the pace early, so Wolf had some strong laps in the race. He was alone. I agree, he was alone, and yeah, it probably is really hard to go from being ripping fast up front, going slow at the beginning, and then having to rip like those fast middle laps. You guys didn't see it, but what happened was AJ Ernst stepped off at 2K, and then Abdi Nur stepped on the gas and ran like a bunch of 30.5s. And that probably gassed out Wolf a lot, to where when he was finally running alone with 1,800 meters to go, he was really having to work for it. Do you like Marco Langdon? A little bit. I think he's funny. I like his aura. I think he's a little cringe, but I think that I respect someone who takes themselves seriously like that. I do. But yeah, I think that Wolf, I mean, I wish I had seen him go a little faster, but the thing is, and actually, let me ask you guys this. This is a different note, because I saw a Let's Run thread, and they were like, is Nico Young officially better than Grant Fisher ever was, or something? There's no way. Grant Fisher is still the man, I feel like, in the distance events for the US. Is the men's 3K going to have pace lights? I don't know. I don't know if the men's 3K is going to have pace lights, but we can get into the men's 3K in a sec. I just wanted to just food for thought on this men's 5K. Food for thought, if there's anything else we want to say on it. Parker Wolf pretty much ran that alone the last 1,800. He looked like he was hurting, but he's super fit, super strong. And I mean, at the end of the day, sub 13 is sub 13. It's not easy to do, but I think that with just how fast people run so often now, that we're so spoiled, that we're like, like maybe it was stupid of me to be so, making the assumption that Wolf was for sure going to break 13 when he barely did it. But it's hard, man. I think when you're going that fast, all I would say is that running fast is still really, really hard to do. Still really hard to do. Most disappointing sub 13 I've seen. Glad he got it done though. Yeah, I get that for sure. I was hoping for a 12:54. I think some people were hoping for a sub 12:50. But the thing is, you can't always have your Grant Fisher day where you run 12:45 or whatever he ran last year. Like, Wolf is still developing. He's quite a few years younger than Grant Fisher, so it's not like he's peaked right now. He's still young. He still has, he could still improve in the 5K for 5 to 10 plus years. Why do I feel like Langdon's either going to have a crazy break at NCAA or crash and burn and finish 10th because he pushes too hard up front? I agree, Skippy. I think Langdon will probably either win or give up. I feel like there's no in between, or he'll die and then get like last. It'll be dramatic. And either way, we all watched. So that's what really matters, eh? Even when really fit, sub 13 is no joke. Of course. yeah, guys. I mean, I don't want to act disappointed in that race. Like, breaking 13 is breaking 13. Like, I'm out here trying to break 14 and I can't even get close. Imagine trying to run a minute faster than that. They're running 10 miles back to back to back. It's crazy. Nico Young is not better than Grant until he gets a world medal alone. Yeah, let alone an Olympic for sure. I mean, Grant Fisher has 2 Olympic bronzes. Come on now. Grant Fisher's also going to get really good on the roads. But okay, I think we're done talking about Wolf because it's time for this 3K. And guys, is Sam Ruthe even going to win this 3K? Is Sam Ruthe even going to win this 3K? Because what we just watched with that 5K is almost certainly going to be objectively more impressive than what Ruthe does in terms of time. But I think that what we have to keep in mind right now as we're about to start this 3K, we still have a couple minutes. These women are still finishing up this 3K. You could still it's still the bathroom break, get your popcorn, do what you need to do here. But Sam Ruthe 3K race. This is what we need to keep in mind, people. This is what we got to do. We got to stay relaxed here. We got to understand there's a couple factors at play. One, it's been a long season for Sam Ruthe. He's run a lot of races. He finally kind of had his first tough, he didn't run poorly in his last race, but he had a tough race. He ran against some really good pros and probably wasn't super happy after he ran 352 a couple weeks ago. Did he run 352 because he ran a bad race, or did he run 352 because he was a little tired as well? I don't know. We don't know that. He hasn't been home. He's a 16-year-old kid who hasn't been home in his own bed for 3+ weeks. What the heck were you doing when you were 16? Tell me that right now, eh? So just let's cut the kid some slack before this race even starts. We're sandbagging for Sam Ruthe. Okay? So also, the next factor is that Sam Ruthe doesn't run high mileage. We know this for a fact now. He runs 50 to 55 mile weeks. I personally believe if you want to be fast at the 3K up, you have to 5K up, you for sure have to be getting a little bit of strength work in. He's so talented that could we see him run a good 3K just because he's run 348 in the mile to where 61 pace might feel easy for him. Who knows? I still think that you need a level of strength. So that being said, I'm not expecting magic today from Sam Ruthe. I think that we got to just, and also it's been a long season for the kid. New Zealand's on some weird schedule where they just race in like random times of the year. I don't know. So Sam Ruthe has been racing a lot. He hasn't slept in his own bed for weeks. He's 16 years old. Yet again, he could go out and finesse this race and crush it. Finally, we don't know what the pace is even going to be set at. So I wish I could know that. Oh, please tell me that there's only one section of this women's 3K. You gotta be kidding me if there's not. I hope that there is only one. Okay, it looks like it. Yep, the boys are getting on the track right now. I think Sam Ruthe is one of those kids that's just a dog and is going to throw down a good performance no matter what. I think he might. Here's the thing. The athlete special wants to, the last thing I want to do is undersell him and then he runs poorly. The race has not gone off, by the way, yet, people. It looks like they're on the start line. They're hanging out. I'm trying to see if there's any athletes who are, if we can get to figure out what the pace is going to be here. All right. Set at 7:39. The pace lights are set at 7:39. Appreciate that, Gigi. Race is set at 7:39. I am going to predict... The thing is, it's about to go off. I can't make a prediction after it goes off because that's just rude. The athlete special, final prediction for Sam Ruthe. $738.19. 738.19 is my final prediction. 738.19 is my final prediction. I'm thinking with my heart right now. I think I'm thinking too much with my heart, My logic is begging me not to say that, but I don't want to undersell him. If he doesn't, like if he runs super fast, I'll be mad that I didn't believe in him. 738.19 though is my final prediction. They're about to go off, and we're just going to see how this thing plays out. I'll take one big gulp of water, and they are about to go out. They are off. They are off. And Sam Ruthe has pushed his way right to the front of that. So he is clearly already, which is cool to see. The kid has already learned his lesson. Don't get in my way. So they are off right now. Sam Ruthe is at the front of his pack. He's looking for where the pacer's at. He clearly wants to do something special here today. So that's cool. You know, the kid's young. It does look like it's a little slow though, but I mean, he's 16. It doesn't look fast. They're going to come through 200 meters and 30 flat exactly. Ruthe is, it's a bit of a tough go. No one wants to get right on the pacer. One of the, it looks like Alabama athletes has, or no, Arkansas athletes has finally decided to step on right behind the pacer. Sam Ruthe is in the money spot. We like where Sam Ruthe is at. He is in the money spot. He's in third place. There's a pacer, an Arkansas athlete, and then Sam Ruthe. This is where he wants to be. So we're just going to find out how good the kid is at the strength stuff. Can he blow us all away? 61.5 to 62-ish for Ruthe through 400. He looks easy. But again, folks, the kid's young. He doesn't do strength yet. It's been a long season. I'm sandbagging for him. I mean, I really hope we can see something special. I think the way Sam Ruthe runs fast in this race, though, is if it winds up a little bit versus goes out crazy fast. The kid's strong, though. We know that. He's run 3:48 in the mile. Looks like they're going to head up to 600 right now. Everyone's nice away, tucked away nicely. They're going to come through 132, 133-ish maybe for Ruthe. So still good spot. Let's think 408 per mile. That gets you to around a 745. I think maybe if they come through this mile and around 407-ish, that would be perfect for Ruthe, because then he can really try to use his strength to close it fast. He looks comfortable right now in third place. The Arkansas athlete looks really good as well. I will say Ruthe is letting a slight gap open up. It could be because the guy's form in front is a little bit weird, but 202 for the pacer, 203-ish for Ruthe through 800 meters. So that's around 406, 407-ish pace per mile. So it looks like there's a, you know, he's everything is going according to plan. 739 pace lights right now. So the pacer is doing his job nicely. They didn't go out too fast. Ruthe is not having to really compete right now. He's just running. But will the kid's wheels fall off soon? Will he even win this race? He probably, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. Coming through 1K, pacer takes him through 232.9 for the pacer. So probably 233 mid for Ruthe. And that's what I'm seeing up top. That's what the flow track is showing right now. I don't know if that, you know, the clock that we are looking at is as accurate as the actual FAT results, but I am just going off what I am seeing on the screen right now. But they're going to come up to 1200 soon. Pacer looks good. I think he's still right on the lights. Ruthe does look good. He looks great coming up to 1200 right now. Pacer's going to take him through in 303 to 304-ish for Ruthe. So the kid's on a great pace right now. 1200 in, we only got a little bit less than 2K to go. So, you know, one lap at a time. And, you know, the way I think when I was running my fastest 3Ks, especially on this track, you just got to go one lap at a time. For Ruthe, that's just give him another 30.5, 30.5, 30.5. Let the kid chill for a little bit. This is setting up to be very, very good for him, though. I think that he's in a good spot. He's doing that weird nose breathe thing that really works, but 335 for Ruthe through 1400. I'm assuming they're going to come through the mile or 1600 in around 406 to 407. Pacer is still on it, which is good. And I will say the Arkansas athlete looks great too. And there's another Arkansas athlete behind Ruthe. So he's in an Arkansas sandwich right now. They're all looking good. They're all lined up nicely. No one's having to do any extra work. The Pacer's doing a great job right now. Coming through 1600 meter, the pacer pulls out to the side in 405 flat. So Sam Ruthe is 405 mid to high. That's where we want him at, people. 405 mid to high for Sam Ruthe at 1600 meters. Now we just got to get through the next 1400. So for Ruthe, he's got to get through the next 600 to go before 800 to go for Ruthe and all these other guys out here. Looks like someone is starting to make a move up here. And this is where we're going to find out if the pace lags, because the pacer is off. So they're going to come through 1800 in roughly 4:36 mid to high, maybe 4:37 for Ruthe. He's still in second place, and I think that means that the pace is lagging slightly because the pacer took him through the 16 in around 4:05-ish. So that might have been a 31 mid to high on that lap. So they are for sure slowing down. We'll get a better gauge on where they're at 2K so we can figure out this last 400 split, but this might be the way that the race needs to turn out for Ruthe to run well. You know, these laps are going to be the lag ones. If they can close this thing fast, that'll be good, but they're going to come through 2K in 5:07.79 for the leader. Ruthe is right up on him, literally just tucked right away. He's in the Arkansas sandwich. So 2 Arkansas athletes, Ruthe in the middle of them. 5:07 at 2K. So if they can close this down in 2:30, then they can run 7:37. Another Arkansas athlete goes by Ruthe, which is fine. Ruthe didn't have to do any extra work. So he's going to swing his way, trying to swing his way up to the lead right now. So he's going to push hard. If we can get a name in the chat on who this athlete is, but 5:39 for Ruthe at 2,200. 800 to go. If he can close this down in 2 flat, he can break 740. This is where we're going to find out what type of shape the kid is in and if he can just be a dog and compete. One Arkansas athlete is moving ahead. Ruthe swings around the other one who's starting to fall off, and Ruthe is up the Arkansas athlete's butt, and now it's just Ruthe and the Arkansas athlete leading. This is turning out to be ideal for Ruthe. He might be able to pull this race off. They're coming up at 600 to go. 6:09 with 600 to go, people. I think that our prediction is going to come very true. 6:09 with 600 meters to go. They just need a 1:30 to hang on. The Arkansas athlete up front is pushing well, but Ruthe is on him like a heat-seeking missile. He is not letting go of this guy. I think the Ruthe is going to pull this race off, but we still have plenty of running left to go. I think the longer he tucks in behind the Arkansas athlete, the better chance he has. No need to push it early. He's still doing great, but they're going to come up to 400 to go in 6:38, 39, 6:40.5-ish for Ruthe. Maybe a little bit quicker, but this is where it's a battle, people. It's a battle this last 400. The Arkansas athlete looks a little bit better than Ruthe right now. I'd say Ruthe is maybe letting an inkling of a gap open up with 500 or 300 to go. Arkansas athlete is opening up on Ruthe now. This is looking a bit tough. Ruthe really needs to focus up, and they are starting to lap some other athletes in the field right now, which is annoying. Thankfully, that athlete is swinging into lane 2, but the Arkansas athlete is coming up to the bell. 7:11 for the Arkansas athlete, 7:12-ish for Ruthe, and it's going to be close for Ruthe. It looks like the Arkansas athlete is almost certainly going to win this race, but Ruthe is hanging in there. He's a little bit falling apart, but he's pushing hard. The Arkansas athlete looks great. I think we're going to see like a 7:43 from Ruthe or something like that, but the Arkansas athlete is kicking it home. It might be it's either Brian Masai or Ernest Chariot. I'm not sure. One of those two athletes is going to pull off this win. Looks great. He's going to finish up this race running a 7:40, and Ruthe is going to finish up running a 7:43 mid. So 7:43 mid for Ruthe. We'll take that for him. That's not bad. 7:43 mid for Sam Ruthe. Not the worst race. I will take that. You know, that's honestly more what I expected his result to be, but I'm sure someone let us know if that's a U16 or U18 record. It probably is. So looks like it was around 7:43-ish for Sam Ruthe. Ernest Chariot takes the win, 7:40.5. Sam Ruthe, 7:43.16. 7:43.16. So is that a record of some sort? 7:43.16 for Sam Ruthe. I think that the chat, we all deciphered that pretty well. Sam Ruthe, great race. I pretty much the things that I said that I was worried about, I think the kid did a great job of hanging in there. His last 400 got a little messy. He probably closed it in like 62, 63-ish, but he looked great. It was tough out there. He had to hang in tough, and that's the difference right there of the man strength and the kid strength. He's obviously going to be ready to run some insane times eventually in the 3K and 5K, but he still needs that extra strength. I think in a year he'll be running 7:30 in a 3K if I'm being honest, but he's still so young. But I'm sure that is some sort of record of some sort. So 7:43.16 for Ruthe, very impressive. I predicted 7:38. I went with my heart. Should have gone with my head. but still, I don't think Sam Ruth's race was a disappointment at all. I don't think it was a disappointment at all. Massive U18 world record from Sam Walden saying that. Great job for a 145 half miler. I mean, it is pretty fantastic that he can run a 743 3K. That's insane. And he did, I think I'll say this, the race was perfect for him. It was a perfect situation. He looked really good. I thought he might be able to pull off the win, to be honest. I thought he was gonna be able to pull off the win. Someone's saying it's not an under 18 record. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe Jakob has it. Maybe someone else we don't know has it. But we just got to like put it into perspective a little bit. A 16-year-old just ran the equivalent of a 8:17:32. I think even faster than that, honestly. I guess maybe, yeah, you convert. But like, I was impressed. I was impressed. And I was impressed because of this. I was impressed because he could have really fallen off and died badly. And he was in a situation where, you know, it could have gone really messy. He could have run very slow. He also had to lap an athlete, and it just really kind of messed him up. But yeah. So Sam is all-time indoor. Sam is 4th all-time indoor with that for U18. Okay, good to know. Thank you for that, Jack Bloomfield. Yeah, Jakob ran, to give it perspective, Jakob ran 7:48 at 16. Yeah, we're getting that info right now. So let me know the comments or chat away right now, guys. Yeah, keep letting me know your thoughts on that race. My initial takeaway is the track wasn't hot tonight because that was the last race. There's no other races on tonight. But my initial takeaway is, yeah, that was not, the track was not hot tonight. Like, there wasn't the special feel to it, but they still performed really well. Parker Wolf ran great, even with a tough situation. Sam Ruth ran great with a tough situation. Actually, I mean, Sam Ruth's situation was perfect. His race, I watched that obviously, and there's no complaints on the pace, his positioning. He ran a perfect race. It was a lack of strength. That's all it was. Lack of strength to be able to run much faster. I'm glad I didn't go super glaze mode and assume he was going to run something like a 7:32 or something, because you just got to be a little stronger, a little bit older, a little bit stronger. So Cam Myers fastest at 16 was 7:52, Jakob 7:47, 7:48. So, you know, it's pretty fantastic what Ruthe was able to do. And I think that was maybe a 15-second PR for Ruthe, maybe a 10-15 second PR. 18. So the world record is 7:32 by an Ethiopian in 2005. He might have been lying about his age, though. Let's not even try to pretend that that's not a lie about the age, but maybe it's bad for me to say that. But I'll say this. Other thoughts on Ruthe. He looked like he was hurting a lot at around 2K. He had to make a very hard move to stay with Chariot. He had to make a hard move to stay with Ernest Chariot of Arkansas, who went around him and Brian Masai. So Ruthe had to push hard, tried to hang in there for a while. Ernest Chariot looked great. He looked great in that race. But I think that a round of applause for Ruthe. Great way to probably end his season. And yeah, I think that maybe, I don't know what Ruth's thoughts will be about that. I don't know if he'll think that he could do better or whatever. Jakob's set the stage for these guys, and was Jakob's time in Super Shoes. I think Jakob's time probably was in Super Shoes. Super Shoes have been out for a while. But of course, Jakob, hey, listen, there always has to be a trailblazer. There's got to be a trailblazer to run like crazy fast, because then it allows guys like Ruthe to believe in themselves when they're younger and run super fast as well too. So yeah, I think Ruthe can be very happy with this 3K. Obviously, like when you look at it, like a 3:48 mile is significantly more impressive than objectively a 7:43 3K. But if you start to factor in the age thing and the fact that he's like still running a 145 800, then it's like a whole different ball game. Like Ruthe is still so young, and he's running 50-mile weeks, 55-mile weeks. He's not even doing like real strength stuff. That is necessary if you want to be world class in the 3K, 5K. I mean, it really puts into perspective how fast Grant Fisher and Cole Hawker are in those events. They're way older. Grant Fisher's my age. He's 28. Last year, Grant Fisher ran 7:23 for a 3K, broke the world record, maybe even 7:22. So the 3K is an event that Sam Ruthe is going to be able to improve in literally just automatically, as long as he just like doesn't get hurt. He will automatically improve his 3K every single year just by existing and puberty. For literally for the next 10 years, he will be able to improve his 3K time just by existing. So I think that the truth is Sam Ruthe eventually might be like, you know, he's probably going to be Jakob level in the 3K, 5K. I would assume if Sam Ruthe ran a 5K right now, I know he has run 1340. Maybe he could squeak under 1330, but within a year to 2 years, he'll be running 13 flat in the 5K. He'll be running 730 flat in a 3K, probably a little faster. And then it's just going to be like, okay, how good can he get from here? How, like, is he going to be the world record holder, or is he going to sort of, you know, hang in that area? So I think that, yeah, this 3K, nothing with it surprised me. I think he could have easily blown up. I think that a lot of people in the chat were saying they thought it could have been a disaster. He really good race to bounce back with after his he didn't even struggle that much, but he did run a 352 mile, struggled a little bit at the Sound Running invite. So for him to come back here and have a good day, I'm sure he won't be thrilled with his time, just because relatively it's not that fast compared to his other times, but you know, can't complain too much about it. So yeah, if Jakob had super shoes 7 to 8 years ago, they had to be before mass release. Dragonflies dropped in 2020. No. Yes, maybe Jakob didn't have them 7 to 8 years ago. Yeah, you're probably right. Double the amount of bends. There's a reason outdoors are faster. If Sam Ruthe is able to handle high mileage and intensity without getting hurt, he'll probably become the GOAT of middle distance and distance. Yeah, I believe that. I do believe that, Verbo. I do believe that for sure. Def not to take away from Ruthe. This guy is awesome. The main thing will be him staying healthy for 2 to 4 years, for sure. I think with Ruthe, it's like you just got to enjoy how awesome he is now, and then you just never know with these young prodigies if he's going to keep improving. I think that his training is not that much. He seems like he stays healthy. I feel like every sign points towards him being able to just keep running faster and faster, which is a little scary. Obviously, it's a little scary thinking the kid's going to be never not improving. But at the same time, you never know. Like, if he can't handle high mileage, then it does sort of set a roadblock for you. Like, Jakob Ingebrigtsen was training like a maniac for years when he was a kid. And that, I think, like, people kept saying, oh, Jakob's going to peak early. He's just training really hard. That's why he's so good. But later we find out that like actually having that threshold base and running it properly allowed him to be super strong and for the most part stay healthy for years on end, and he kept improving. So are we going to see something with Sam Ruthe where maybe when he does try to up his training, he struggles a little bit and maybe he can't handle the high mileage because he hasn't been doing it forever and maybe he gets hurt with it? These are just food for thought, you know. I don't know what's going to happen, but very impressed with Ruthe today. Def not, yeah. What's my 3K PR? My 3K PR is 7:58. So a 16-year-old just ran 15 seconds faster than my 3K PR, which I did on this track 4 years ago, actually. I think it helps that Ruthe has only been running for 3 years, so his body might not break down like Jakob's is now. Yeah, it's just hard to say because you could say one side is that Jakob calloused his body up really well, But then you could say on the other side that Ruthe is like fresh, you know? So there's a million different ways you can go with how things are good for athletes or how they're bad for athletes. But I tend to be optimistic that there's plenty of ways. I think we're learning there's plenty of different ways you can train hard as an athlete. There's plenty of different ways that you can get to the top. So for some people, it's the Jakob approach. It's the double T. It's the hard training. For some people, it's just, for Ruthe, it's just having unbelievable talent. And he seems like he's just stone cold and great in races. But yeah. Spencer, not sure if you covered this already, but Jakob is back running already on an Ultra G. Did you see this? Do we want to, let me see this. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, people. We're gonna look at this because I'm kind of interested. Where are we seeing this? I don't see this. Where like I don't see anything on this. I don't see any of this stuff. Instagram, I can't go on Instagram right now because I don't want to go on my real Instagram. I can go on my, I don't have a burner. Currently not running. Yeah, they're saying he's currently, I mean, this is, let's see. I wonder if we can go on. No. I don't think so. Oh, I don't have an IG. I don't have an IG, people. I'll make an Instagram. I'll make an Instagram for my burner. This is my just, it's my burner for just the stream stuff. Let's see if we can find anything else though. Oh, if we can click on this. Come on, so annoying. Oh, okay. Thank you. Where is it? Okay. Let's look at this, people. Boot off, stitches out, 20 minutes at 70% body weight. Today was a good day. How the how does he do that? How does he do that? Dude. Oh, dude, it just doesn't make sense. I gotta get that surgery. How does he do it, people? I don't get it. So he's already training again? Oh my God. This is interesting news. This is interesting news for sure. Let's see what else people are saying. Yeah, here's my take, people. I think that he's going back a little too quick. That's stupid. I don't think that he should be doing this. I think he should be taking his time. I mean, what is he training for? I don't think that there's a rush. I don't think that there's a rush. Because it's very easy to re-injure your Achilles in the process back. Is he planning to race late in the season? There's not really any races this summer that matter. Here's an idea. How about going for a walk on the beach without shoes, slowly beginning to re-strengthen your lower leg muscles instead of running on a treadmill with 40mm stacked super soft racing shoes? Yeah, I don't know, people. I mean, I hate to be a Let's Run hater, but it's like, I feel like I don't really understand the rationale there behind why Jakob is doing that. Didn't take long for all those intimate What is this for all those intimately familiar with Jakob's rehab plan and network of therapists to chime in? Yeah, I mean, I think the other takeaway with the Jakob thing is that he probably has like such a good system behind him that he probably, I don't know, is just like so, he has like the best medical doctors and stuff. But I do think that that's a little sketch because, dude, if he re-injures his Achilles, I know he doesn't have an Achilles injury. It's more like his heel he had to get the bone crap off, but that's crazy. He got surgery like a month. How was it been even a month? It's been like 3 weeks. I've been streaming for less time than he got his surgery. What else are people saying here? 70% doesn't mean a whole lot. That's not true. 70 running, I mean, have you guys ever run on Ultra Gs? I ran on an Ultra G a couple times in college when I was coming back from an injury, and it's 70% is still, it still feels way more than like doing like elliptical work. Hyperbaric chamber. Dude is definitely going to try to race this year 100%. I hope he doesn't. Was the surgery that major? I thought it was just removing scar tissue. I mean, typically if you have like a Haglund's scar tissue thing, the recovery is six to 9 months to be fully back. You have to think, and I'm not saying you're wrong, Spencer, you're very right, but we just don't know what he's doing to heal and how fast it's working. Yeah, unless he's like taking like testosterone and rubbing it on his heel. I mean, no, that's not a bad point though, Skippy, because we are merely us plebs or whatever. We are merely just scrubby little beings. We work our little jobs. We do our things. These top level people get like the king treatment, you know, they get the big time treatment stuff. Scrubs like all of us, we could never know what these people are doing. Not saying that it's like illegal. It's just like, who knows when you have the country of Norway, the government of Norway, literally like on your side, how fast could you recover? Like, what if you had like the US government helping you recover? Who knows what technology exists? Who knows? Let's see what else is being said. I like Let's Run, I'm not gonna lie. It's weird, yeah. Jakob does just seem to run in just super shoes all the time. This is not a bad take. I'm sure the surgeon who performed the operation would be letting him know what he can and can't do. Yeah, I mean, this is where also like all of us need to calm down and not be like the backseat surgeon. It's like, what do you do for work? You know, unless you're a surgeon in this chat, unless we have 133 surgeons in this chat, what the athlete special, what the hell am I qualified in to say anything about medical stuff? So not bad points. Not bad points for sure. Anything else in here? That's about it. That's about it. Okay. Anything else on Let's? Should we see what Let's Run saying about Parker Wolf? We can see what Let's Run saying about Parker Wolf. I have to go soon, people. I'm constantly checking my phone. So I'm going to dinner tonight. But if you're like a new time follower in here, give my clips page a follow. Oh, this is the top 10. I want to see this top 10 American time. Okay. So there's been 15 Americans to break 13. I would like to know the amount who have broken it indoors, though. Someone said I expected 12:55 fish. Oh, wait, let's go to this page. This will have better. Let's see what Rojo had to say. Woody Kincaid and the Japanese guy just got lapped. When you get lapped in the 5K, it's time to hang him up. Just gotta love how mean he is. Just gotta love it. Oh, Rojo. Rojo can't even complete a sentence half the time. You guys probably don't even know who these people are. I'm like a scrub who follows them all, though. I think Rojo's funny, but he actually might have some cognitive collapse going on. Maybe I sound dumb when I talk too, though. But I feel like half the time he's spewing, he can't complete a sentence. But hey, Rojo, let's get me and you, Rojo. Me and you on a podcast together. Woody is done. I mean, is it over for Woody Kincaid? Is it over for Woody Kincaid? It's probably over. I mean, but what is over? It's just, do you want to be the person who keeps the spikes on long enough to where you should have quit 5 years ago? It's a ruthless sport, man. It's a ruthless sport. The highs are higher than the highest high you can be, and the lows are pure agony of defeat, man. We've seen a million pro runners go from the top of the sport to just getting lapped in the 5K at Boston. So it's tough, man. It's tough being one of the former greats, because I can say through experience, you can be like me. You can be like the athlete special. Instead of hanging them up, you start winning local 5Ks, and that's what you do. But no, seriously, I mean, it is tough for the Woody Kincaids, but I think Woody Kincaid's a nice guy. I actually think Woody Kincaid follows my videos, so shout out to you, Woody. Great race from Wolf. Probably could have gone a few seconds faster with some comp. It shows how insane Grant Fisher's 12:44 was. I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, no one is Grant Fisher yet. The only person, well, Nico Young is really good. Nico Young could have run 12:50 in this, probably. Okay, people. Last thing I want to check on Let's Run. Last quick thing I want to check on Let's Run, and then I'm going to dip out. Is there anything that's being said on this 3K? Let me see if Sam Ruthe. Is there anything with Sam? They don't even have anything on they might have something here. People aren't saying much. Okay, guys. I'm getting tired and starving, low-key. Make sure you guys get a good dinner in, have a good time with your fams, and have a good dinner tonight, people. Have a good dinner. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this stream. It's a great success, super fun. W's in the chat for the stream. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you enjoyed it, subscribe and follow the live streams. I go live at 4 p.m. typically, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the weekends as well, if there's a track meet on. I'm going to be doing a big stream next weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, I will be streaming the US meet, and Friday I'll be streaming. I think I'm not going to have time to stream tomorrow. Maybe we'll do Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to be streaming a lot this week, but the first half of the week, obviously not much. Bro rocking the Slim Shady fit. We are rocking the Slim Shady fit. People, I'll give you some outro music. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you guys had fun watching the stream, chiming in, having a good time. Skippy, congrats on your mod status. You can go mog on people now. But people, about to play a song right now. Thank you so much for all tuning in. It's been a fun time. Been a fun time, people. The Spesh is out. W's in the chat. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's pretty much over. Guys, appreciate it again. See you in the next one.